Blasphemy. What up, Biddy? What up, Jonathan?
What up, Biddy? Jonathan. Sean P. What's good with everybody? Well, we only got like 2 of y'all up here so far, but I'm sure the rest of y'all coming. Kind of early.
I just got the notification to watch y'all live, but I'm on it. So
see,
I mean that.
See, I got one story for this week, and it's almost like I'm living Groundhog Day. Every year around the same time, some bullshit happens.
Well, I mean,
What's up, McKenna?
You are relatively small and furry. What up, McKenna?
good morning, everybody.
Because I have been referred to as small and furry for a long time.
Not small and furry.
Look, no, they just call. I was Little Landon. All my aunts.
Aw.
Little Landon. And then 8th grade hit.
Yeah.
I was about to say I haven't seen you in a long time, but I don't remember you being short.
No, he's not short.
I know.
Ass. Hell yeah. I ain't been short in a long time. But however, then my cousin Gerard
brain experienced short circuits.
But,
No
then Gerard went to 6'6". He said, "Fuck that, I'm going to 6'6". Now what, nigga? Now I was like, I ain't got nothing to say. I ain't got nothing to say. And then he moved to Texas. I was like,
I was always tall for like, a girl.
Mm-hmm.
And then all of a sudden, all the boys that I was taller than grew. And then high school started, and I felt like I was real short.
That's what happens with girls who are tall when they're young.
Fact.
Like so many, like they're so. What up, Lost?
What up, both Lex? What up, Lost?
McKenna said some of us are permanently short. But that's what happens a lot with girls that are taller in the early stages of life.
Of their development.
I know several girls.
Me too.
Giants.
Me too.
In elementary.
I thought they were giants.
Yo, this nigga is short as fuck.
Yeah.
All of them.
Yeah. It was this one girl named Ramona. Ramona was the beanstalk itself. Like,
right.
When we got in high school, I was like, really?
Yo,
really?
It was like 5 or 6 of them. Only 2 of them ended up being taller than 5'6".
Wow.
One of them's 5'10", and one of them's 5'8".
That's
but
reasonable height.
The rest of them
were short.
Bruh.
That's crazy. That's crazy. That's because y'all niggas was in the 2nd grade and it was 4 foot nothing.
Bro, right? That's exactly what it was.
My goddaughter is literally almost my height, and she's 11. So I'm like, oh, you about to be tall. Like, she got to be at least 5'6" now, unless she just doesn't grow anymore.
Right.
Then
oh, sure.
She'll be pretty tall.
Oh, both of us said the lady who played in Game of Thrones, who also played. I know exactly who you're talking about. She tall as shit. She definitely tall. Because on the show, she was standing up to guys. On Game of Thrones, she was standing up to guys that were, these guys are legitimately tall dudes. And she was like, yo, it's this girl. I think she passed away, if I'm not mistaken.
What up, Stella?
What's up, Stella? But she used to date one of my homeboys' older brothers, and she dwarfed him. She used to walk. They come up that alley together, and he like this, and she like that. They were grown. I don't think I've reached her height. I'm 6'1". I don't think I've reached her height. She was tall as shit.
Oh yeah, that's real tall.
She was tall. And was about that action too.
I mean,
listen, your ass out there.
Listen, I don't think
that action.
I've met a tall woman
that wasn't about that action.
Yeah, bro. Like I ain't gonna hold you. I don't think they exist. I don't think it's a real thing.
Me either. I don't think that sort of animal exists.
Nah.
If I'm gonna say if she 5'10" and up, she finna whoop your ass.
Bro.
If you get on her nerves,
right.
That ass out
you
there.
You don't want no problems.
No smoke with that. You want to stay in the permanent no smoking section. Fuck that.
Facts.
So I guess I should do the intro, huh?
Yeah, go ahead.
It's about that time. Me.
Already.
Welcome everyone to the Black Culture Geeks podcast. This is my man SPJ.
You
and my sis Chrissy.
Hey.
And I am Tombstone the Dead Man. And we are just a few geeks talking about pop culture from a black perspective. Facts indeed. Now, as usual, I don't know what's on the docket today because they always want the authentic response. You know what I'm saying? But we do have some weeks to discuss now. My week was weak, to be honest. That's right.
I don't like you.
That's right.
God.
I only really have one thing, but like I was telling them before we went live, this is a reoccurring theme every year since I've been living in this house, and it's ass. Something always breaks. Something always breaks right around this time of year. Now, last year was the HVAC. Hot as fucking here. We had to stay at a hotel around the corner, and the cheap bastard landlord, the hotel he paid for, was like a Motel 8. It was ass. Them mattresses was ass. You know what I'm saying? Year before that, it was something else. This year, so I go to use the garbage disposal, and it don't turn on. What the fuck?
Wait, to be fair, at least it wasn't the HVAC system.
Yeah, because that would have been whack. That would have been whack as fuck, bro. That would have been whack as fuck. What's up, sis? That would have been whack as fuck. So it don't turn on, and I'm like, wait a minute, what? Did the breaker get flipped or something? So I go and check all that. No, Siobhan, I think you noticed that it didn't work too, didn't you? Siobhan noticed that it didn't work. Mother-in-law noticed it didn't work. Like, all right, so that's 3 people. This thing is officially not working.
All right, hold up. Point of order, sir. So what you're telling me is you needed 3 independent verification.
Yes.
So,
it wasn't
okay.
him.
Yes.
Okay.
But it couldn't have been me.
Yeah.
I don't know. So, right. So, my mother-in-law calls the landlord. What does the landlord do? Why he does what he always does.
Nothing.
You see, instead of calling a plumber, some professional, someone who has expertise, and see, this is also one of the issues I'm having with the citizenry here in the United States. There's this hatred of expertise. Y'all motherfuckers think y'all know. SPJ walks into a room full of computers. It's his job. And yet, some motherfucker who can barely turn the shit on and off got all these opinions about what's wrong with the computer. This is the same type of mentality, right? And when you combine the fact that he's trying to be cheap and not pay somebody, what does he do? He does what he always does. He gets a family member. I got a family member that can do this and this. Same thing he did with the HVAC, which made us stay over in that Motel 8 a lot longer than we should have been. All right? It was ass. In this case, he brings I think that's his nephew. I always call his nephew Harvard. His name is Princeton, though. Just like I always...
Come on, yo.
Just like I always call the landlord Abraham, but his name's Moses. So look.
Bye, Tim.
So look, right? Abraham and Strayer came over this motherfucker.
All right, okay.
All right.
I'm gonna need you to go ahead and log off. Like, this is too much.
So look, they came over this motherfucker and start fucking with it. It's already broke. It's no way you can mess it up anymore, right?
Yes.
Yeah, no, they
that's
absolutely could mess it up more.
Yeah.
And they did. the whole thing crumbled, came apart, water all over the kitchen floor.
Yo, how did they do that?
I don't know because I wasn't up there with them.
Old.
Well, that's the other thing too.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure that the garbage disposal was old as a motherfucker, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
that was like prototype 1 of garbage disposal.
Probably.
Like,
It probably was the proof of concept, right? It wasn't even first to roll off of the.
No, that was the alpha version.
That's all it was. So, and then this side note, the other thing that cheesed me off. So after y'all went and fucked it up worse and got water all over my kitchen floor, I'm taking some boxes out back to break down and put into our recycle bin. Who do I see in my backyard? Who should be rushing to get a plumber or some shit? I see those two. What are they in the backyard doing? Looking at that goddamn fig tree. Because they are obsessed with that motherfucking fig tree.
Yo.
I don't give a fig about that tree.
Okay.
And I'm glad. I am so glad that earlier in the season, we had the guy come over and chop some of them branches off. Because what it has appeared to do is slow down production on them fucking figs. There ain't a one up there. And since I've been here for 4 years, since I've been here around this time, they up that bitch. They on that motherfucker. And then maybe around August, September, they start to get rot if you don't get all of them and start dropping down and wasp and shit come all around and shit. We got none of that. None of that. But I'm thinking to myself, you son of a bitch. You worried about this fucking fig tree when I don't have a garbage disposal and water's all over my fucking floor. Man, you don't tighten your punk ass up. So they leave. They get a plumber. Psych! I lied. They did not. They left and got some PCP pipe or whatever. Brought that over here. Rebuilt part of the PVC. My bad. Rebuilt it.
What you just said is.
Oh, it probably was PCP. It was angel dust pipe. It was angel dust pipe. It probably was angel dust pipe. These motherfuckers come back, and what they do is, I hear all this noise going on upstairs. Like at a certain point, it was disturbing. Like, what the fuck? The cats is like, oh shit, fuck. I'm thinking, oh, they fixed it. No. So we can use the sink, but they gotta go get another. So as we sit here now, I don't have water on my floor anymore. That was days ago. But I also don't have a garbage disposal. Just a sink.
So if we hear any strange noises, just ignore it.
No, but first of all, we got that like you can't even turn it on now because it's not wasn't connected to it or whatever.
Oh, okay.
That's why we're bringing us another one back, and this is the other problem because not only don't they want to use people with expertise because they're trying to be cheap,
right?
They also take their sweet time when they're trying to be cheap. Excuse me. I'll take the guy in the back of the class. Over there with the headphones. Why do you have the headphones on?
Listen, first of all, I'm in my own world. First of all, because I'm in my own world. But second of all, I know why it takes so long to bring the part back.
Why's that?
They gotta find the right. They have to find the right. What's the word? Dump that has used garbage disposal. They gotta find the right one.
No, this. I don't think I'm asking for a lot, right?
I mean, all right. To be fair to us, and where we come from, you're being a little bougie. But no, wait. But
I don't even have a garbage disposal.
That's what I'm saying. But to be fair, the place came with a garbage disposal.
Right. And I wish I had one.
You should have a garbage disposal.
Shush, McKenna. Shush. So look. Right? It's a problem. It's a problem only because I should not be living down here in a better neighborhood Then the neighborhood I grew up in. Then indeed the neighborhood I lived in up until my like late 30s. Right? And still having a worse experience here than I did when I lived in the projects. That should not be a thing. I never had these issues in the projects. Remember when I said the water heater went up?
Yeah.
There's never never been a time I was in the projects where the water was not scalding hot. Never.
Subsidies, my guy.
Man, they better subsidize. Look. So here we are. It is July 15th, 2023. And I'm without a garbage disposal. I haven't heard a word from these folks. It's been like 4 days. And I'm like, oh, I know they don't. But it's a reason they don't want to talk to me. They don't want to hear it. One, they don't want to hear me butcher their names. Because it's coming. It's coming. And two, they don't want to hear me talk about, once again, you refuse to go and get a professional to come in here and could have fixed that shit right up. Or even if we had to wait, because I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. They're going to go get this new garbage disposal, and they're going to try to put it in themselves.
Yeah.
Of course.
That's going to cause us another week. Or whatever. Well, here's
the thing. Their behavior is apprehensible, right? Mm-hmm. However, I do not blame them for not wanting to hear your mouth about this tonight. Like, I ain't gonna hold you. Like, nigga, like, I feel anytime that I am wronged by an individual,
yes,
I feel equal parts anger and equal parts I'm sad for them.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to hear my mouth.
You're gonna have to hear about it.
Yeah, I like.
And nobody wants to hear that.
And I am not a married man. Like, no. It's a pain in the ass, their ass, and I really can't wait till I'm living in a condo in blank place and not worried about this shit.
Thank you so much. It's usually you fuck up. I appreciate you so much. Good job.
But anyway, that was my week. So who's next? Uh-oh.
Now, I really didn't think I had a lot, but I took notes because I was like, oh shit, I really do have a lot that happened this week. And I didn't think I did. Okay, so to start off, this year has been, not the whole year, but a lot of the year has been ass. And it's because, I don't know, like, all right, so I haven't been to a funeral since 2015 when my grandfather died. I said I was not going to funerals. This year alone, I've been, well, soon it will be 3.
Damn.
Yeah.
And
yo, you cannot be saying you not
3.
Don't say it out loud.
Right. Yeah.
Damn.
Well, listen, 3. Well, it's imminent that it's about to be 3. Like, it's already happened.
Oh.
So 3. Only one of which was who was my great aunt was like 90 something. So that was fine. Right. The other 2 were not
fine. It wasn't fine. But
right.
You understand.
Expected, yes. Like something that isn't going to be as tough as losing people that you wouldn't expect to lose.
Yeah.
Right.
And it's really made me think about mortality, of course, but also it's been making me bother my parents. And I have 3 parents, so I have a biological father, my stepdad, and my mom. My mom and stepdad, I was like, hey, listen, where's y'all will? I need to know all this information. It's just me. I am your only child. I need to know. So they were fine. They're like, it's over here. This is the plans, blah, blah, blah. No problem. Went to my biological father. I am not the only one. There are 5 of us.
Oh, shit.
I said, you need a will. Because I already knew he didn't have one. You need a will. He says, you're trying to kill me off and stop speaking to me.
Oh, no! Hold on. Let me wrap my head around that for a second.
I'm trying to kill him because I want him to have a will.
You were being responsible. First of
I
all,
was trying.
He lives here. He lives here in Maryland, right?
No.
Oh, okay.
That's even worse.
That is worse. But I literally have a friend on social media. He started the whole Pit Fights Battle League. He now works for one of the offices that deal with that shit. He's always posting videos telling people get a will.
Right.
Here in Maryland, it's really simple. It's really simple. You can just write down the stuff and have somebody else sign it. You don't even need to really have it notarized. Now, if you do want that extra layer of protection, right? You send it down to them.
Notary.
You get a notary.
My mother's a notary.
My wife's a notary.
It's so easy. But he was like, no. And I'm like, all right, well, you understand you have 5 kids and we already don't have the best relationship. This is not a good idea.
Yeah.
Mind you, my father is blind, has very severe diabetes. Like, so many reasons why I need you to have a will.
Yes.
Like, what are you doing? But I don't even try anymore because he's just going to stop speaking to me when I bring it up.
That's crazy.
Like, he's like, I don't know why you want to kill me off so bad. I don't. Like,
having a will doesn't kill you.
Right.
I'm gonna tell you what kills your memory. Not having one, passing away, and then the kids are fighting over the shit that's left, and fighting with the state.
Yes, and it just causes so many issues. Like, just do it. And I
started a will.
Yeah.
I started the will like I want to say about 3 months ago when I started seeing my man Shaka post some things about wills and how easy it was. I'm like, oh, for real?
Yeah.
Bam. Love that.
Yeah, it's really not that complicated. But anyway, that's part 1, and I was just like, man, like, I need people to get it together. Like,
they won't.
We gotta tell you the same thing we tell Addie.
Right, like it's not gonna happen. Yeah, they won't.
Well, I'm gonna keep trying, I guess.
Sure, absolutely.
Second thing in my week is I had a realization that I am getting. Yeah, that's but shut up, James. I am getting older. Like,
shit! When did that happen?
We were right.
Listen. So, me and my friend went to go pick up my goddaughter, who is 16, from her first job. And when we pick her up, she gets in the car, and we're like listening to music from the 2000s, the 90s. And she was like, "Oh, I'm about to get in this car with these old heads." I was like, "With who?" "Oh, I'm 34. What do you mean? I'm not old."
I love it.
So, get in the car. We play Justin Timberlake, "Rock Your Body." This is from the 2000s. And she's like, "Why y'all listening to this old music? Like, y'all are so old." I was like, "Are you serious? This is old to you?"
Yes.
So then we played Nelly, EI. She was like, "Please stop." And she was covering her eyes and hiding. We were embarrassing her. I never thought I'd get to the point where I was an embarrassing parent. Like,
I mean, outside of dying, that's kind of that's the alternative.
Listen, I was about to say, like, that's your alternative. Dying young.
Right.
Dying young. That's the alternative. So when you think about
it, like, shut up, James. So we're just dancing in the car. So they would say, "Okay, we're gonna make it worse." We start recording.
You was dancing in the car. See, that's it. Y'all in there doing a Cabbage Patch and shit. She's like,
"Jeez." Exactly.
Jeez.
Doing the Cabbage Patch. Then I said, "You know what? You think we old?"
Man.
Right. I turn on Candy Rain. Okay. You think we old now? We can go back further. And then I just zoomed in on her face, and she has her arms crossed and holding like her head down. I was like, "You're really embarrassed." Like, I said, "When do you think that we were born? Like, what is wrong with you?"
In the late 1900s.
She was like, y'all almost 40. Y'all shouldn't be doing all this." Whoa, I'm not almost 40, first of all.
To be fair, y'all ages are different.
Yes, I told her this lots of times. I said, "Your mother is older than me." She said, "Well, still." She said, "Still, you're about to be 35, and that's practically 40.
I mean,
okay.
I always find that all of that funny because it's spitting in the wind. Yeah. Your best case scenario is you make it to where I'm at. That's your best case scenario.
Right. I said, one day I'm gonna remember. You're gonna remember this conversation, but it's gonna be different. And you're gonna be on this side. She was like, I think she was born in 2006, and I was like, I graduated high school in 2006, and she's like, that is crazy. You were an adult when I was born. It's like
optimally. Yeah.
Again, that tends to be how that happens.
I did not become an adult until like 4 years ago. I told her, I was like, no, 17 is not an adult.
No, it ain't.
18 is not an
No,
adult.
it ain't.
21 is not an adult.
I've raised 17-year-olds. No.
25 and up, maybe a good case scenario of 25. A good case scenario.
My daughter 26.
Yikes.
My son 28.
Oh.
Yeah. No.
All right, let's go with 30.
30. That's when you become an adult in your 30s, man.
All right.
You're terrible.
I'm gonna put it in my calendar to ask you in 2 years, are your kids
right? Right.
So that was that. Work. The longer I work, I realize that it really doesn't matter how long you've been doing your job. Some people just suck. Like, like I have not been a therapist that long. I got my master's in 2020, so 3 years.
Okay.
There are people at my job that come to me for every single thing that have been therapists longer than me. Okay, everybody has a different skill set. They need some help. I don't mind.
You knew money. They want. You went to school a lot later than they did.
Yeah, so I also consider
that
there's new things that I've learned that they did not learn. So I try to be reasonable and help them. But when you don't even try, that's where the problem is for me. Like,
see, James has the opposite problem. So you want them to try.
Yes.
James co-workers, he don't want them to don't do shit. Don't say nothing. Let me over here. Tell me what's not working, and I'll give
you. Like, let me take care of it.
Yeah. So I have one coworker who's always asking me to help her with computer stuff, which is fine. Whatever. I don't know how you made it through the pandemic as a therapist. Everything was virtual, but that's neither here nor there. We're not going to get into that. Our electronic database is ass. So I understand that, like, you need help sometimes. But the other day, she calls me in her office to read over a note. And I'm like, you don't know how to write a note? And so she was basically doing an incident report. We don't do those that often. So I said, okay, I understand.
No. There's literally tools she can use to do that shit.
There is. It happens a lot where I Google something in front of people to show them that's all you would have had to do. They'd
like, let me Google that for you.
How do I split my screen? And even if I know how to do it, I'll be like, hold on real quick. On their computer, push Google and search it. Oh, it says right here.
That's how you gotta do it, though. Seriously, because people are a pain in the ass with that.
Right, because I need them to know that just because I tell you doesn't mean I didn't do research to find it out. That you
I wasn't innately born with the ability to split the screen
at all. I am in no way. I'm not in IT.
When I was born, such things didn't exist.
Right. Like, we're the same. I'm just using skills that you refuse to use, basically.
Yeah, facts.
Like, it's ridiculous.
Oh my goodness, that bringing back a memory. Go ahead.
So I go in her office and I read the note, the incident report, and I lie to you not. She put in this professional document. It almost came to blows.
Wait, now, to be fair, that's what happened.
But that's not what you write.
I don't know. Like, if it was me,
how would you have worded that? Because I probably would have worded it a little different too. It wouldn't have.
I would have said them niggas was talking back and forth with it.
Me, yeah, that's
like
probably how I would have
got wild.
These niggas was in here wilding. That's what it been.
There was a verbal altercation. The staff had to step in so it didn't become physical.
That's too many words.
It's a professional document. Now, if I was talking to y'all, I probably would have said that.
Niggas was wilding.
Can you imagine the judge's face if the court
information?
I mean, depending on what kind of judge it is.
If it's Judge Mathis,
hey,
he gonna read it and be like,
"No, fact."
Yo, crackhead.
So I read it and I was like, I'm not changing this because I want my supervisor to see this. So I saw it and then I said, okay, well, what do you need? And she was like, what else should I include? I said, just include what we did to, make sure that didn't happen.
Right.
And I walk away. And later I text my supervisor. She's like, I saw you were helping her with something. And I was like, yeah, go read the note.
Wow.
And she just came back and texted me and said, came to blows. Listen.
Look, I'm with you, James, but I also understand.
No, I get it, but
professionally. No, we're not coming to blows in the office.
Right. That's why it was an incident.
Oh.
Apparently you are.
All right.
They're not coming to blows. They're almost coming to blows.
Right. Yes. Almost came to blows.
I mean,
crazy.
I see both sides.
I bet you
I'm sick of them. And I'm like, this is why I stepped down as a supervisor, because I'm not about to do this with y'all. I'm not about to have these elementary conversations with y'all.
Oh, but you will. But you will. Biddy said, there's a link you can use called "Let me Google that for you." That shows them how to use Google.
Yo.
Honestly, at this point.
Yeah, you gotta have that. You gotta have that in the tuck.
Right.
It's like, you find it'd be something. This is the thing that pissed me off about it. It's like you said, I wasn't born knowing how to do this shit.
Exactly.
I put in the time and effort, sweat, equity to learn how to do this shit. And you just gonna come over here, ask me to do it, which means you won't learn, which means the next time it happens, you're gonna be asking me to do it again.
Well, you know what makes this shit more egregious? There are things in life, in society, that where a brand name will become the stand-in for the object.
Mm-hmm.
So like Band-Aid, there's no such thing. It's an adhesive bandage, but the brand Band-Aid is so ubiquitous that we use that for. Google is one of those things.
Exactly.
Google is one of those things. So
exactly.
What?
And so from now on, when they say, "Hey, can you
show me how to
do this?" All I'm gonna do is send them a link, and it's just gonna be Google. Blank Google.
You holler at Google.
Holler at your boy Google, yo.
Get somebody else to do it. I'm done.
Hey, get somebody. I'm on that shit.
Like, get somebody.
I know you are. I know you
are. Yeah. So that was work, and then the last thing. So yesterday at work, my friend Dion, she sends me a message and she's like, Krispy Kreme is having 86-cent dozen donuts because it was their anniversary, birthday, something.
That's why my wife came in here with Krispy Kreme. Okay. Right.
So there is no Krispy Kreme near
Hold on. You try to act like you was upset about that. Right. Like let's be clear.
I'm still enjoying my
I was just confused.
Okay.
So I was like, there's no Krispy Kreme near me. But I was going to see James anyway. So I was like, okay, I'm going to be over near there. I'm going to get Krispy Kreme donuts.
Why not?
So, yeah, of course. And she's like, can you bring me back some? I was like, sure. But I usually don't come home till really late. She's like, I'll stay up. I'll wait for these donuts.
I can't even really blame her. Like, I get it.
Yeah.
I get it.
So we went to Krispy Kreme, and then James took me to my new favorite restaurant.
She didn't give me a donut, though.
Oh, my gosh.
See?
Right
now, notice how I said it, and notice how you reacted. I didn't say it with any accusatory or any. I didn't add no spice to it. All I said was, she didn't give me a donut, though. And Tim immediately like, what?
I forgot.
That is egregious.
Bruh.
I left them in the car.
Oh, jeez.
And so I didn't bring them upstairs to his apartment.
Melted.
So then, no, they're fine.
Nah, they're great.
I was eating one this morning.
She was eating one before you hopped on.
So because I didn't bring him up, I didn't give him one. I was supposed to give him one.
Right.
But anyway, James took me to my new favorite restaurant. And what I realized is one, I don't know how he tricked me when I was the one driving.
Because he's a trickster.
I don't know. He just was
He's
like,
Loki.
we're going to Red Robin. So put in the address. I'm driving to Red Robin. And we get there. He's like, we're not going to Red Robin.
No.
You can tell your version of the story when it's your turn. I already know you're going to have a different version of the story. Let me tell my version.
No, it's not a different version. You just left something out.
Go ahead. What I leave out?
When I said, let's go to Red Robin, she was like, Red Robin? And I was like, yeah. She was like, all right. Owens Mills? I'm like, no, we're going to go to one in Columbia. Columbia?
Why you don't want to go to Columbia? Oh, she ain't want to drive out there. That's right.
Yes. But my brain was thinking I was closer to my house, and Columbia is very far from my house. Owens Mills would have been closer. So he was like, no, Columbia is actually closer than Owens Mills.
Yes.
From where we were. So we go over there and I go to park at Red Robin. He's like, we're not going to Red Robin. It's like, what?
Cheesecake Factory?
He's like, keep driving. No, Longhorn.
Oh!
Yes, Longhorn
They sit right next to each other.
Oh.
It isn't the case in Owens Mills, which is why.
So that's why we couldn't go to Owens Mills. Mind you,
Right.
when he said we couldn't go to Owens Mills, I was like, looking at the difference in driving, the mileage. I know I get on his nerves. I know. I know I work his nerves.
Is it better? Is it better that you know that he knows? Or does that make the experience for him better? Well,
maybe.
I mean, it depends. It depends on the
He's known
situation.
me for 18 years. So at this point, he chose to take this.
No, that's facts. No,
that's a fact. That's a fact.
So I can't feel but so sorry.
That's why I don't be feeling bad for my friends. Nigga, y'all know me for a long time, and y'all ain't walk away.
And so what the experience taught me is I really feel like when I was dating other people, I thought I was asking for too much. And I'm like, I really wasn't. Like, I don't feel like I'm asking for too much. Like, that was something nice. He heard me talking about Longhorn. We went to Longhorn. It really wasn't.
It
like,
just I don't understand. It seems like arithmetic to me.
Mm-hmm. You want to get the best response,
right? Like nigga.
If they give you the context, because all people don't give you the context clues all the time, right up front about what the fuck they into.
Like, I miss Longhorn.
It's like pulling teeth with my wife a lot of times. To get, what is it? Now with me, I'm an open book. All she gotta do is look. When I get excited about, like, oh, look at this shit. That's it.
Right.
That's it.
Yeah, because then I had a big smile on my face, sitting at Longhorn, excited.
Yeah.
And I would have enjoyed Red Robin. I love Red Robin. But I said this was much better than Red Robin.
I think I've only been to Red Robin one time.
What?
And that's with this nigga.
This top tier. Yeah. Red Robin is top tier though. Red Robin is top tier.
We was out shooting something. We was out doing something. It's like, we gonna go get some meat. We at the Red Robin. That was the only time I've been out there.
So I feel like just with work, just like I was saying at work, dating is similar in the fact that people are just being lazy. Like,
that's a lot of that.
There's truth to that.
Because it's not hard. It's not hard to just.
But here's the thing. Sometimes I can't even contribute to that because I'm lazy.
Yeah.
I'm lazy as fuck.
Yeah. It just depends on what you're lazy about, though.
Right.
You know, there's
I'm lazy.
Things are important.
So
certain
I'm
things
lazy.
are important. Certain things are worth it.
Right. I'm lazy on personal things like that have nothing to do with anybody else. But if it's like if somebody else is going to be affected or like I care about somebody, I'm not lazy about that kind of stuff.
Right.
And I'm just like, yo, you really just don't care. Like, what it comes down to, you don't care.
He's like, this is the field of my fucks.
Right.
You see, it's bare. There's nothing there. That's what's happening. But I mean, well, good for you.
Yes. I guess I give James a little props, but that's all y'all gonna,
get from him.
That's too much in one day.
Yo, I ain't even.
Yeah, he reminds me sometimes of that old school wrestler Barry Horowitz. He used to do this. Had a son with a bag of the ring.
But I didn't do that.
Not this
If
time.
she wasn't on here, okay, whatever.
All right, that's my week. Go ahead and tell your version of the story.
Nah, that's it. I already said everything. Weird ass.
He's so mean to me.
Like, just shut up and let me do what I'm doing. Like, I understand. Like, I know what I'm doing. I know what's happening.
Oh, okay.
Chill out. So first, people suck.
Wait a minute. So when did you come by this revelation?
Well, it was like a cascading effect throughout my life.
Oh, yeah. I was about to say. Like, this couldn't have been new information.
No, it's not an epiphany. It's not an epiphany. But in general, people suck. So I'm outside waiting for Chrissy yesterday. It's raining. Not pouring down at this point, but like a constant flow.
No, it was pouring.
Not at this point. I see an SUV pull up in front of my building. It's sitting there for like 2-3 minutes. Then the back door is open, and it's 2 older ladies that get out. I'm like, okay. Then the trunk opens. They got things that they got to take into the house. I'm like, okay, all right. So we've already established a couple weeks ago, I don't know my neighbors. I don't be seeing them niggas. Same. So for all I knew, they was my neighbors.
Right.
Also, even if they weren't, they could be visiting somebody.
That's true. Very true.
Right. So I was sitting in front of the door, and I do the polite thing. I get up. When they got up to me, I would have opened the door for them, held the door for them.
Right.
But then they start walking across the street, and it breaks my brain because in an effort to try to make as much sense of what I'm watching as possible, I assume, okay, that's an Uber or a Lyft. The ladies make their way to the building across the street, and once they get in the entrance door, the SUV honks and then proceeds to drive off. So maybe it's me, but if I'm dropping somebody off, especially an older lady,
you wait to see if they get in the house.
Well, sure, but
they're bad.
I'm not parking across the street.
Yeah, that's true. For them not to cross the goddamn street.
And it's raining.
Yeah, that's kind of, yeah.
And then them carrying stuff. Like, what?
Maybe the driver was older than them.
That's possible, but again, the parking across the street part.
Oh, well, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck which way you going when you leave here.
Yeah.
You turn your motor ass around and park in front of their like, what is it? I'm so anyway. Humans. All right. So next, this happened at work, but it's not really work related. So it's funny when I talk about something on here and then it happens like soon after. Last week I was on here talking about how epic my ability to stand on shit is.
Well, to be fair, I've stood on a lot of shit growing up. There's a field, front hill over there off Hilton Street, and people be walking their dogs and shit.
I don't believe you.
Stand on a lot of shit over there.
I don't believe you. I don't believe you. And how I could talk to you for several times a week for years and then just
drop off
in an instance, never speak to you again.
Yeah.
I'm a man of principle, and I'm a man who enjoys his peace. And if you violate either one of those things, you got to go. It's that simple. It's really not hard. Some people find some intrinsic value in keeping people in their lives no matter what happens, and those people generally call me harsh.
That is the I don't mean to say something out of pocket. That
really?
That is the goofiest reason.
Bruh.
I see it online all the time. No, I ain't get rid of them because what? If somebody's keeping score, what are This guy is an asshole. This woman here is a piece of shit, and you're constantly saying it on your fucking thread. But you holding on to them for what? Because somewhere at some time somebody convinced your goofy ass that life is about suffering and you must suffer their bullshit. Get the fuck out of here. No,
it's the worst. But as I mentioned last week, the wrong just needs to be righted. Yeah. You just need to match the level of disrespect with your accountability, and all is forgiven. Mm-hmm. And I'll be damned if that shit didn't happen this week.
Oh, so, somebody matched it?
Yes. So about a month ago, I was walking by one of my coworkers, as I generally do with this particular coworker. I stopped to have a quick chat with her. I don't remember what I said. She cut me off and she said, quote, "Don't talk to me. You talk to him, and I don't want to talk to anyone who talks to him." Now, because of what our relationship was, and because of how ridiculous this sounded to take at face value, I laughed. And I said, "Who are you talking about?"
Yeah.
She says, "It's not funny. I'm talking about Marcus." I said, "Oh God, what did he do now?
And why are you mixed up in it for like what?"
She said, "You can ask him."
And then are you gonna tell you?
No. I chuckled again and I said, "All right, bet." Now, anyone who knows me knows that when I say those words to you,
that's it. Yeah.
I'm effectively making a mental receipt. And I've begun the internal work necessary to help you achieve the goal
that you said
of keeping the same energy.
That's right. That's right. I'm only here to help.
I'm only here to help. You know what I never did?
What's that?
Ask Marcus. Because no. I'm not that concerned at this point.
No,
right.
My inquiry about what he did.
This is about your childish bullshit. This ain't about whatever Marcus did now. This is about your childish bullshit.
It don't got shit to do with me.
Yeah,
My inquiry about what he did was tied to my concern for your feelings.
Right.
Because our relationship was pointing like right next to friends on the spectrum at that point.
Mm-hmm.
This wasn't a just good morning, see you later type coworker. No, we talk about a bunch of shit. We talk outside of work. The only reason we never hung out is because she's so young, and I'm kind of hesitant to do that because, there are issues. Potential issue. More on that in a second. But once you established your wish to not speak to me anymore,
your wish is my command.
That shit go out the window. Yeah. It's literally not my business at this point what happened between y'all. Yeah. And I'll know if he ever decides to tell me. The thing is, I don't think Marcus ever knew that he did anything.
Of course not.
The reason I say it is because Marcus tells me everything, especially if it's about work and he got to complain. This nigga tell me everything. And he had not once brought this shit up. So, then it begins. I'm still not going to be rude. There are 5 people who sit in the room that she sits in.
What up, sis?
So when I come into the area that she sits in, I'm still going to speak to the situation.
Yeah.
More on that later. She doesn't respond. Cool. I don't care.
Skin off my ass.
I'm still not going to be unprofessional. My job duties haven't changed because we don't rock with each other. If I ain't help people at work that I don't like, I would have been fired a long
That's a fact. That's a fact.
Also, she's kind of in a position where it's very rare that she would have an issue that would require me to deal with her directly. It's not really common. Mm-hmm. So pretty much, we never said more than 2 words to each other that entire time until this week. So Monday, she's helping to train a new coworker, and that coworker needed something on her PC. So since the aforementioned coworker is in the position of seniority, she called me. It was a straightforward conversation, cut and dry.
It was
She told me the issue. I walked downstairs. I did what needed to be done. They both said thank you. I said, that's what I get paid for. And what about my business?
So ass.
Nah, nigga, because I don't know you.
Yeah.
And me and you not.
Yeah. I give you
that's what I get paid for. Like, I don't.
You got to thank me.
So, hey, it is what it is. Wednesday, I was on my lunch break. And I walked around the corner. And I, like, damn near walk into, like, she was standing right there. Instinct and habit jumped in. And before I registered what was going on, the word "hey" slipped out of my mouth.
You broke the silence, yo.
Bruh,
damn.
The word "hey" slipped out of my mouth. She responded in kind. She said, "Hey," right? Then came Thursday. So I did something out of my routine. I don't even remember what it was that morning when I woke up, which somehow led to me leaving the house like 20 minutes earlier than I normally do. I get to the garage. I get on the elevator. It goes down one floor. Door opens. It's her. Now y'all know how I feel about entering situations. She was entering the situation, so it was incumbent upon her to speak to the situation. She did. She said good morning. I responded in kind. We were saved from the awkwardness of the elevator ride though, because she was on the phone. So we weren't expected to talk to each other more than that. So all right, cool. In my head, at that point in time, I still didn't realize I was early. So I was just pondering, like, what are the chances that we would ever get to work at the same time? And how crazy is it that would happen? We have literally only ever met in the garage on the way to work one time in the year plus that she's been working down there.
But so it wasn't spooky. It was
just me.
Realize,
I went into Debbie's office to eat my breakfast, and like I always do, Debbie then informed me how early I was. I was like, oh shit, okay, that explains that. Debbie went out to take her morning cigarette break, and the other coworker came in and fully apologized to me. Fully apologized.
Wait a minute.
What
is fully apologize?
An actual apology, not some "oh my bad," not some "sorry," and just that being it. No, she actually apologized for being blah blah.
Stated what she did wrong.
Absolutely.
And told you she was apologizing.
Absolutely. Yes.
Okay.
No, I ain't gonna hold you. I just sat there and looked at her for a second. Because no, nigga, no. See, no, fuck that. You know I had to make her sweat. Bruh, I had to make her sweat. I had to make her sweat. Exactly, Discord. She did not take half measure. She owned up to what happened. She apologized for it. She seemed contrite. I'm like, all right, cool. Bet. But again, I had to make her sweat for a second. It's the least punishment I can give her. That was the most ridiculous reason I've heard in a very long time.
It's very childish.
For not speaking to somebody.
It's very childish. You speak to him, so I don't speak to you. That's
right. Kind of I especially feel this way because I encourage my people not to do a version of this. Like if I had it, for instance, if I had a falling out with Keith today, I would make it clear to everyone who knows him because of me that they are not to sever their relationship with him on my account.
Right.
Y'all relationship ain't got nothing to do with me.
No, that's facts. And I know for a fact that that's how you think about that.
Yeah.
With me, it's person by person. It depends.
Sure.
Because and also depends what the person did.
It's situation, right. It's situation by situation.
You know what I'm saying?
To me, it's not person by person, it's situation by situation. If they did some foul shit, that's different. Yeah. I gotta warn you about this because you my peoples and you ain't do the foul shit. Right. But if it's just some like disagreement personally between the two of us that don't affect nothing else. Right. No, I don't. When I fell out with my one homegirl, I specifically told Fabian Marcus, do not stop talking to her. Do not no.
Well, now it's also if am I actually a friend of that other person, or am I just an acquaintance that happen to know him? And I speak because we both know the same person, but we don't hang out. We don't talk more. And the only time I see them is when they with you or whatever. Because then
it's
after
interesting that you say that because
it's like
that comes.
That's in a way.
It's interesting you say that because that comes up later in a different story. Actually, funny enough.
Gotcha.
So anyway, I had to make her sweat for a second, and then I gestured for her to give me a hug. We're all good. For one, she gave me an actual apology. Second, as stupid as it was, she young as shit. She's young as she is young. She's super young. I don't know her exact age. No, nigga. I don't know her exact age, but she's either about to turn 20 or 21.
Oh,
like
damn.
Right. So right. So I didn't even like your brain ain't even finished cooking yet. Like so I'm not gonna hold that against her. But anyway, just like I alluded to last week, I'm back to normal. If I forgive you,
it's over.
It ain't shit. Yeah. She proceeded to talk to me for the next 5 minutes. and then Friday, 10 minutes straight.
Wait a minute. How long space of time between you're not to talk to her and to the apology?
About a month. She was dying. Yeah, she was dying to talk to me.
Yeah.
Because again, we talk. Like, nigga, literally. She came in, she apologized. I gave it, I waited a beat. I gestured. I gestured. She hugged me.
Bring it in.
She took a breath. She took a breath and she said, "All right, I'm thinking about starting sister." And I'm like, yo.
She went. She did one of those Jim Carrey shits that he did in Ace Ventura.
Bruh. Right. And I'm like, yes, absolutely. You should go ahead.
What up, free thinker?
Blah, blah, blah. What up? So that happened. All right, another thing. So traffic, right? I want to be very clear about this. So some people think that I'm an overthinker, and oftentimes those people just think too little. But no, wait, no.
You know what?
No, stop. See, y'all always do this. Y'all
now hold up. The fact that you said y'all always do this is not about us.
It's not.
It's about you.
Listen. But for those who don't fit into that category, I can see why they would think that. I'm not too far off, but I'm not one in the traditional sense. Like, I like to have as many variables and details as possible so that I can make an informed decision. I also think modularly. Pretty much every situation is the sum of several smaller parts.
Yes.
I like to think about the factors. You know the worst thing about traffic?
Traffic.
The drivers. Now, I know a lot of you are shocked. A lot of you are shocked that I would say that humans are the worst part of a given
I'm really
system.
Just flabbergasted at that take from you.
Listen. Like I know.
As much as you love people.
But seriously, this isn't the normal people can't drive thing. That's not what I'm talking about. Although I could make a compelling argument.
I mean, you could just say people can't. And
that's
then
enough right there.
I'm leaving.
No, that's what I'm saying. But this ain't that. This ain't that. This is not that normal thing. So I think one of the biggest contributors to traffic not running smoothly is actually people giving up their right of way.
Yeah.
Now, mind you, I'm talking about the total driving experience.
Yes.
So not just rush hour or construction zones.
I'm talking about the macro.
Right. Those two, but even in normal uncongested traffic, I think this has a huge impact. I'll give you some examples. So mind you, it starts small, but watch how quickly and realistically it can snowball. So you pull up at a four-way stop sign. There's another car that got there just before you, and it's on your right. Common sense and rules of engagement dictate that your car go first. For those who don't drive or just aren't aware, in the U.S., if you arrive at a stop sign first, you have the right of way over anyone else that may arrive at a connecting stop sign. In the event that you arrive at the same time at a four-way, the person to the right has the right of way. If all four of y'all get there at the same time, it's Wild Wild West. Every man for themselves. Y'all figure it out. But back to the scenario. So they either not knowing the rules or deciding to be nice, wave you to go.
That's always a problem right there.
Now,
that's the issue.
In this new situation they have created, it would absolutely likely be best for you to just go ahead and drive. But if you're not thinking about it, or if you're in a rush, or you just think they're an idiot, which is the category I
was about to say.
Yeah.
I mean,
then you probably go ahead and drive.
Even with the other stuff.
Yeah, you're right. So in those situations, you probably go ahead and drive, right? But I generally do in this scenario. But if you're trying to be law-abiding, or you're skeptical, because there are absolutely people who will do that so they can hit you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely. Or you're just being
too long, and then they start going.
Yep.
Let's give an official show happy birthday to Mighty Mike.
Yes,
Gleason.
Absolutely. Happy belated, even though we both told you.
We did.
Yeah, absolutely. So if you're a law-abiding citizen, or you're just skeptical, or you're trying to be nice as well, so you don't take their right of way, you wait for them to go. Mm-hmm. Now we're back at square one. They should go, but they still decide not to.
So now y'all, both y'all,
right. Or let's say another car pulled up to their right. Mm. Now there's a problem because everybody doesn't understand the fucking rules of engagement for four-way stop signs. Is it a huge issue? No, not at all.
It can be over time.
Right. It can start,
but it's now become way more unnecessarily complicated than it should have been in the first place.
Because, like you said, if you repeat that process over and over again, it's going to be lines of cars.
Yeah,
right.
That causes issues. Yeah.
So let's do another one. No stop sign, right? A person is driving in a one-lane, one-way street. There are people behind them. There is no stop sign, There's not even so much as a yellow light. But they see people lined up trying to come out of a parking lot. And they stop to let somebody come out. Now, already they've impeded traffic for no good reason. Mm-hmm. Now, what if it was two people and they let the second person go too? Or what if the second person just sees them let the first person go and just decides they're going to take it too?
Right.
Now you have potentially contributed to road rage and slowed down everybody behind you.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Again, small thing, that snowball. All that said, I said that to say this. I almost hit this lady on my way to work Tuesday.
Damn!
Pedestrian, not driver.
Yo, almost hit a civilian. That's crazy.
Oh, absolutely. And I would have did it too. So wait.
Stress me out every day.
So I'm at the last turn that I have to make in order to get onto a street that the garage is on. Full disclosure, I just told Chrissy this the other day, I oftentimes disregard the law at this particular intersection.
Breaking the rules.
Absolutely. Fuck them. At this particular intersection, look, we are told as creatives that you learn the rules so that you can know when and how to break them. And I pretty much apply that to everything in my life. So on most days, at that, what?
Now, what I will say to you is, that's fine. But just know, to quote what my man Marlon told me and Dennis when we was young and wilding, they got to sell it and hold you.
Listen, I'm glad you brought the police up. That's gonna come up. So on most days I break 2 to 3 rules at that intersection.
Yo,
at that intersection. At
he
that
one all the rules he probably broke going there.
No, it's not necessary. It's not necessary going there. But at that intersection, nigga. Rule 1. There's a sign at this intersection that says no turn on red from like 7 a.m. to 7 p.m., I think. 9 times out of 10, I don't listen to that shit. There's rarely any traffic on this the street I'm turning onto. There's rarely any traffic. I know Mike's Mike is so stupid. So there's rarely any traffic ever on this small street, especially not coming towards where I'm coming from. Usually the traffic on the street is going the way that I'm going,
right?
Because somebody's going to the garage or whatever the case may be,
right?
So there also are not small children walking around, especially now because school's out. The street I'm turning off of is a one-way street, so it's not like I'm impeding anybody's right of way.
You're still breaking the rules.
The street, that's it, nigga. I said that. and coming from the way that I'm going towards, if you're coming from that way, the street that I'm on is the dead end. There is no more street. You have to turn. All right, so usually in these situations, I understand why the rule. No, I understand why the rule was put in place. In this situation, it seems arbitrary. Do I think it justifies my decision? No, not at all. Rule? No. This one, no, it's not. I'm not justifying that. It's the rule. It's the rule, and it.
I don't like the idea that because they say something's a rule that makes it.
Oh no, I agree. Listen, nigga. Did I follow it? I ain't saying it made sense.
Apparently,
I ain't saying the shit made sense. I'm just not justified.
Hey, Cindy, I'm mad at Cindy because Cindy at the beach.
Yeah, fuck God damn it, fuck all that. Mad as fuck. She won't send us the fucking video.
Yeah, she sent us. That's the 12-second video of the waves, the wind, the beach.
Right. What the fuck? But actually, that's funny enough because that's gonna come up later too.
Okay.
Oh God.
So rule number 2 may or may not be arbitrary. That first rule is arbitrary as fuck. Rule number 2 might not be, but I do think it's stupid. The city decided to randomly, within the last year, turn this turn lane into a bus-only lane.
Interesting.
Now, I am vehemently against bus-only lanes. Mm-hmm. Could anybody here explain to me why they need to exist? Yes. You don't know.
No.
Not at all.
No.
So
and the only thing I could think of would still happen anyway. Like I was gonna say, you know how people get in front of the bus and turn in front of the bus. But the thing is, even if it's not a bus lane, they're still going to do that because they're going to turn in front of
the bus. You have to turn from somewhere.
Right.
We need to have Fab on because he would.
That's Fab. He might actually know. Yeah. So me not understanding the need for them is not why I think this particular rule is stupid. Mm-hmm. See, there is a restaurant. No, there's a restaurant. There's a restaurant on that corner. Delicious food. But every morning.
That's the name of the restaurant?
Sure. For the past 3 years or so.
No, but really, what's the name of the restaurant?
Bruh, I'll show you.
Okay.
All right. God damn.
I'm mad. I want food.
But every morning for the past 3 years or so, I've noticed 1 or 2 police cars parked on that corner getting food from the restaurant when I'm coming to work. Not a problem usually, right? But now the bus lane's there. And when they put the bus lane in, it cut off some parking. But I'm thinking to myself, like, oh, the police, they're going to have to find somewhere else to park. Nope. Oh. They just park there.
They park where the fuck they anyway. They park where the fuck they want to park.
They just park the bus lane. So for that reason, I will never respect that particular bus lane.
No,
it's just not gonna happen. Do I feel justified that one? Absolutely. It's fucked up.
But I mean, they do what the fuck they want anyway. All of us have seen the light red as shit, and they turn on the fucking light
shit just to go through the light and then turn it back off.
Yeah, yo, like
get the fuck out of here. Yeah. Anyway, back to this lady. So I'm approaching the red light, and I have my blinker on. She is coming to the crosswalk. She was actually about to step into the street, and then she saw me. I wasn't, like I said, 9 times out of 10. This is the one time I actually wasn't going to turn, especially since I see a person walking.
Right.
So I'm like, oh, yeah, go ahead and let them go. Because generally, pedestrians have the right of way.
Right away, yeah.
Again, generally, pedestrians have the right of way, and the law wasn't on my side because there's a sign that says no turning on red during this time period.
Going down.
So I stopped and I waved for her to cross.
Okay.
She shook her head no.
You come across.
And waved for me to turn.
Oh boy.
I again signaled for her to cross and stop looking at her because we're not about to do this shit back. Like, we're not about to do this. And out of the corner of my periphery is pretty decent. Out of my periphery, I see her again shake her head. So now my light turns green. So I start making my turn. This lady starts power walking. Mind you.
Her hand turned, didn't it?
Yes.
Oh.
Mind you, she was not in workout clothes. And she was not power walking before she stopped at that corner. She's literally trying to beat me to a spot while I'm driving and she's walking.
Bruh.
Why am I still laughing?
She almost got her dumb ass ran over.
Why am I still laughing at the fact?
Mike, she wasn't in heels.
But I'm saying I'm laughing at the fact that for who knows how long she was doing this.
Right.
She was doing this.
That's all it is.
That's all it is. It remind me of the shit Captain America said. He said, when the mob and the press and the whole world tell you to move, your job is to plant yourself like a tree beside the river of truth and tell the whole world, no, you move.
So, yeah, she almost got a dumbass ran over. And then she had the nerve to be yelling and screaming.
And gave you the bird. Did she give you the bird?
I don't know. I ain't see that. She might have. And here's the craziest part about that. She stood in the fucking street mad as I drove off, and she almost got hit by another car.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Bruh.
Yeah.
Did you laugh?
Oh, all the way to my parking spot.
Oh.
Literally.
Good man.
Oh, this next thing, actually, I got this from Chrissy. You don't gotta say who it is because you didn't bring it up. So we're not gonna play that game. We're not gonna identify people. But I just had to say something about this shit. Cause so generally how I choose shit that I put into the week, it's either some egregious shit or just shit that I see more than once. Mm-hmm. And this week, I've seen 3 instances of this shit. Wow. So, not attempting to try to get someone's pronouns right is so wild and purposely disrespectful to me. It's one thing if you weren't informed, right? Or if you slip up.
If you were not informed thusly.
Right. Or if you slip up, still try, but we're humans. I get it. But to not try, like, I fuck up.
No, it's purposely disrespectful.
Yes,
it's somebody with an agenda. They quick to always talk about the LGBTQ agenda and shit.
I'm not doing that.
Right, they have an agenda. Their agenda is to be an obstacle in the way of what these marginalized people are trying to do. That's what it is.
Yeah, like I said, I fuck up sometimes, but I always try.
Me too. Yeah.
And in an instance or two, I've even debated if I should still do it for people who are pieces of shit. For instance, Ezra Miller, right? Yeah. The answer is yes, because if you don't, no. The answer is absolutely yes.
Oh,
because if you don't, that's a signal to those who see or hear you that you respecting them is contingent on them behaving the way that you agree.
You know what? That is a great explanation for that. But the only counter I would have to that is, it's not that I want Urza to act in the way that I agree.
I know that's not what it is.
Yeah,
here's the thing.
Why does that affect you?
Because number one, you definitely shouldn't be switching between the two because you can't get it right. So you need as much practice as you can get. but
I be trying.
Note, I know. On a serious note, though, because so much of reality is perception.
No,
so,
I 100% understand.
Like from my perspective, I agree with you, Tim.
Yeah, I'm not even saying
like from my perspective,
fuck somebody a piece of shit to me.
Yeah, they're a piece of shit.
Right.
I'm calling you. I'm saying shit to you. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Like, you're not about to be a he, a her, or them. Like,
about to be
no. You know what's funny?
Piece of shit.
You know what's funny about
exactly.
that? You know what's funny about that? Me and Tim were having a conversation about Ezra, and throughout the conversation, we kept correcting ourselves.
I remember.
Eventually, we just started saying Ezra.
Yeah.
Every time, because number one, it's not intuitive yet. We haven't. Society hasn't been, quote, forced to do this long enough for it to be second nature. Yeah. Then on the other end, that's just a piece of shit.
Like, all right, so this is one of the things about. I'm talking about this just in general. People that you really generally have a distaste for. You don't like this motherfucker. The rules are different, and I had to learn. I'm still learning that there's a certain expectation from the greater society that I'm supposed to have a measure of decorum for these fucks,
right?
And I don't come from that.
Right.
I come from
exactly.
If me and you are we cross?
Yeah.
Are we cross?
Everything's
if we're cross, you ain't shit.
Right.
Your mom ain't shit. Your daddy ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? Fuck you. You know what I mean? Like, right. So it's hard.
It is difficult.
It's hard.
It is really difficult. Like, and I'm glad we're having this particular conversation about it, because again, I say all the time, people are fucking hypocrites. I'm people.
It's me.
Like,
people.
When you call somebody a hypocrite, the only time I complain about hypocrites is when I complain about active, intentional hypocrites.
Right.
There are plenty of things and behaviors that I don't fucking like that I might participate in every now and then.
Yes.
Not on purpose.
Yes. It's
just a thing. Like I said, for me, it's self-respect. There's levels I don't need to sink to get my point across. I don't need to sink to a bigots or piece of shit's level to match their BS. That's another good argument. It's another good argument. But here's the fucking thing. Another thing is, it's not something that's completely new.
No.
When you were taught your parts of speech, if your teacher and the curriculum where you went were worth anything, you were taught about pronouns. Right. When you were taught about pronouns, you were taught about he, she, and they.
They, yep.
And you were told that they can describe a group of more than one person, or they can refer to someone whose gender you do not know.
No. And we use that all the time.
We use it all the fucking time.
All the time.
All the time. The LGBTQ plus people didn't take this word and give it a completely unrelated definition.
No, they didn't.
They simply expanded on it.
That's it.
And even older term that just wasn't introduced to us is cis. This is in no way a new term. It's fucking Latin, which is a dead language. And I've seen people tell them that, say shit like, well, it's a dead language, we should let it die. Well, here's a short list. Here's a short list of other Latin words and terms that we use today and their Latin meanings.
Right.
Agenda in Latin means things to be done. Sounds familiar, right? Alibi in Latin means elsewhere. Bona fide in Latin means in good faith. Etc.
Etc. Etc. Ad nauseum. Ad infinitum.
Nigga, I left some of those out because. But per se means in Latin of, by, it, itself.
And we're still using it.
These aren't translated. These are the words.
So, yeah.
Then you have even more that are translated, and then you have even more that are derivative.
Yep.
And y'all don't really care about being called cis or cishet or cisgender.
They don't.
It's just literally y'all being petty hypocrites.
They've been obstinate towards. That's all it is.
Because you'll say you don't want to be called that, or you say you don't identify as that. Then when someone correctly tells you that that's what you are,
right,
you start with the false equivalency, bitching and complaining about trans people being able to.
That's a slur. I saw that one this week. Cis is a slur. I saw that this week. Yeah. My thing is, if I'm at the point ready to punch you in your face, there is no bottom. If I'm at the point where I'm about to punch you in your fucking face, there is no bottom.
Facts, Discord. That's true too. Translate.
Oh,
I mean, all right. Weekly plug. Just an EP is still streaming and it's available on Bandcamp.
It is. It's everywhere.
Yeah, Power is still out here streaming. They'll never get me down. Still out here streaming. It's everywhere. The next song is dropping soon. You'll start seeing promo for that. But it's not in the ether yet, but it's coming. Yeah. You'll start seeing promo for that in the near future. Also, remember Addy dropped a freestyle.
Addy did drop a freestyle
on social medias. Go run that up. All right, work. Again, people is the thing. Yeah, I nigga. So I'm not the biggest fan of people.
Hold up. Again, I said anybody afraid of the prefix cis should never go to an organic chemistry class.
Bruh. So I'm not the biggest fan of people, right? Most of y'all know that. If you're new around here, hi. Also, the regulars should know, if I fuck with you, I fuck with you. Y'all see how I am with Tim. Y'all see how I am with Addy. Y'all see how I am with Chrissy, because they be on the show. Yes, there is characterization going on, but the chemistry is what it is.
Yeah,
like
we do this when we don't.
Thanks. You can ask Cindy. You can ask Mike about conversations that we've had in group settings or one-on-one. Hell, me and Cindy started off on the wrong foot because she thought I was on some misogynist shit when I first joined the Reaper Legion comic group. And she put me in my place, and I gave her a simple clarification that that's not what I was doing. And the rest was history. Now we share videos and laugh at dumbasses and bigots on a regular basis. You can go back to my old Facebook and see the times people were piling on Addy or messing with Keith, and I was right there in the comments.
We used to literally call that hyena time.
Hyena time. I say all that to say, my people get a side of me that not everybody else has access to. I feel like that's normal. Like
it is.
I feel like that's regular weed. Like
it is.
All right. I've alluded to this at work about how some people be mad or outright don't like me because of my interaction with other people. But this might be the first actual example that I've shared about this. So I was in the office and I went to see my kind of work mom. She runs the purchasing department. Whenever I see her, I give her a hug.
Right.
There was another lady in the room who is okay. She okay. I've had one tiny issue or two with her in the past, but nothing too crazy. She's never made my job harder or disrespected me.
Has she ever made the show?
No. Once. Okay. Once. Right. But she never made my job harder or disrespected me. Like that's never happened. So that makes her okay in my book. Like we not cool.
Mike, Jordan is cat. Because I'd say it in his face, and I guarantee you, he wouldn't do shit.
I mean,
he wouldn't do shit.
Talking that tough shit. Biddy, that is perfect. Biddy said SVJ's prescription of people taking small doses as required. Facts. All facts. But again, that makes her okay in my book. But we're not cool. We're not buddies. We don't have conversations unless it's something that her job title dictates that she says to me. Or my job title dictates that I say to her. Right. We speak when we see each other. Hi, see you later. Right. Important to the story, I talk in here a lot about when you enter a situation, you speak to the situation. Whenever I enter this particular situation, I do not. And there's a reason. There are at least 2 people who sit in this goddamn room who will often just choose to not speak to me. They have ignored me in various situations over the years, whether that be my presence or me greeting them. Now, normally, because there are others within earshot, I just go ahead and speak to the room. But in this case, I like to surprise my work mom with this little game we do. Like I sneak up on her. She's usually sitting at her computer doing work, and her PC, her monitor is away from where the entrance is. So if I do speak to the room, it happens after that because I don't want to alert her of my presence and fuck up the. Okay. This other lady, she's not usually there. So this time, my work mom wasn't sitting at her PC. She was moving around and organizing things, so she saw me coming.
Right.
As I approach, the other lady says, "Hey." I spoke back to her. I said, "Hey." I get to my work mom. I give her a hug. She says, "Hey, sugar," like she always does. Here this other lady go.
Oh boy.
Where my hug? Where my?
He didn't even speak to me.
What?
You damn right you don't get no goddamn hug. I don't know you.
You know what I just envisioned? Her saying that. SBJ going over to do this. She puts her arms up. He kicks in the gut. Stop her! Oh my god!
So stupid. Bruh, I don't know you. You and I have never had a 5-minute conversation.
That's crazy though, bro. That's crazy right there.
Again, we've never had any conversation that's not about the company we work for.
Where my hug?
Get the hell out of my face.
Yo, she just wanted your attention, yo.
Please get the hell out of my face. Like, immediately get out of my fucking face. Like,
she was feeling away because her co-worker was getting all this extra. And she ain't getting nothing. Yo, that's crazy.
All right, so I have a. Remember how we used to do like dumbass of the week with a question mark?
Yeah.
So I got one of those today. I don't know. I don't have my answer. So this is the situation. Let me see bookmarks. All right. So first, listen to this audio.
Hey, I know I said I wouldn't be posting for a month, and that's still going to be true. I won't do my next post until August 1st, but I have a PSA to all the women who follow me. Get out of my DMs.
Get out of what?
8 days.
Hold up. I'm gonna play it on the computer because it's gonna be easier to hear that way. Yeah,
I'm already irritated just by the first sentence.
Really? Oh wait. All right, cool. That's interesting.
I know why she is. Stop speaking to me like I'm part of.
Nope.
Stop trying to talk to all of us. Fuck out of here, nigga.
Wait.
That too, but it's not even that. It's something I hate that people do. I mean, there's a long list.
Speak.
I mean, nigga. I'm about to say humans going to human. Like the fuck. So let me see. Bang, bang, bangity, bang, 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 bangity, bang. All right. Where the fuck did shit go?
You broke it.
I hate Twitter. Yo, Elon has ruined Twitter beyond fucking.
Yes, he has.
It don't.
Ain't no coming back.
Like so. So, for instance, there are a lot of people on social media who use Linktree in their bios.
Mm-hmm.
What I've experienced, and I don't know if it's anybody else, is if you're on a social media app and you try to click the Linktree, it'll open in the X version of a browser.
Yes.
If you click on somebody's Twitter link, it takes you to the login page for Twitter.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. That's true.
Elon, what the fuck have you done? Because that's not.
He's broke it.
See, this is my whole issue with motherfuckers running around here before all of this shit took place, acting like he was Tony Stark. He was real like Tony Stark. I was looking at motherfuckers saying that dumbass shit going, really? And now that a lot of it's exposed, now I'm looking at these same people going, so who else do you admire? I'm curious. Because I got out of here. Pulling it up now. All right. Let me full screen it.
Funny enough, this video is the nigga that I was going back and forth with about broke people shouldn't have kids.
Oh, yeah.
Now, again, I follow him. I generally agree with his takes.
Right.
But this nigga posted this. Let me share screen and tab audio.
Right, McKenna, exactly. Fires 80% of employees. Why is my website not working? Fuck out of here, nigga.
All right, here it goes.
Hey, I know I said I wouldn't be posting for a month, and that's still going to be true. I won't do my next post until August 1st, but I have a PSA to all the women who follow me. Get out of my DMs. It's been 8 days. It's been 8 days. Hour one, when I was stressed and I posted that video being like, I need somewhere to live. I don't know. I'm like, need to figure this out. Money, yada, yada, yada. Hour one, I got a DM that said, so you're single now? I moved my shit out today. Today, there are boxes. This is literally, I haven't been to this place in a while. I'm in a sublet, like a month-long sublet with nothing in it except for my air mattress and my PC. And I started playing Valorant for the first time. And for people who don't know what that is, it means I've reached the bottom. Okay? Is the dick market so bad right now that you're trying to fuck the TikTok clown meat hat guy? There's gotta be better. There's a middle manager out there who will love and respect you. Why are you trying to get dick from a broken man? All right? Respectfully, I'm 29. I have done a lot of emotional maturing over the years, and I've been in situations where I've made really rash decisions following something. Like, I'm trying to heal and grow as a human being. I'm not trying to rebound. I'm trying to figure out who I am now, despite who I've been for the past 4 years. 4 years, it's been 8 days. 4 years, it's been 8 days. So just give it a sec. Slide into some more profitable DM.
All right. So wait. So for complete context, for complete context, he has a pretty decent following on TikTok. But we all know TikTok don't really pay that much. Mm-hmm. He was in a relationship with a woman for the past 4 years. They broke up. Apparently it was her place. I'm not clear about that, but I'm guessing so because he left. Or maybe he just didn't want to deal with the shit or realized he couldn't afford it and made the smart move. He left. He made a video. Hey, guys, I just broke up with my girl. Well, my girlfriend of the last 4 years just broke up with me. I'm in a really crazy space right now. I need to move. I don't ever ask for money. And he does not. Right. He does not. I don't ever ask for money, but I need help right now. Anything y'all can send, a couple dollars here. I got a lot of followers, so if everybody just sent $1, I should be able to find somewhere to move. Blah 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 blah. I won't be on here for a month. I'm taking a break to get shit together. Right. And apparently, he got a deluge of women.
You need someplace to
sliding in his DM. And then this video happened. And then this happened. All right, so at this point, what do y'all think?
Hold on, I got you, but first I got to get him.
Yo, it's the cat break.
Yep, every time.
We need the music. Yo, all right, listen. Yo, I'm gonna try my best. I need to be working on 2 pieces of music. I need to be working on the cat break, and I need to be working on Am I the Asshole? Yeah. I just keep reminding me. It's going to happen at some point. There's a lot of shit going on right now. But Chrissy, at this point, At this point, what do you think?
Well, the first thought I had nothing to do with the actual video. I hate when people say I'm taking a break from social media for such and such time, and then come back and be like, I know I said I was taking a break, but I had to say this. Real quick. Go take your break. Like,
but here's I think this is a worthy exception.
Yes. There's a thing, like a lot of people I know, and I've seen so many posts that the broken men have the best dick. So I'm not surprised. They don't want the manager. I'm so serious. This is a thing.
I believe you.
So he broken now. He probably go and he needs someone to stay. Like broken plus homeless, the best.
He's not homeless.
Nope. Broken and homeless. And because of that, he gonna give you the best because you need to make sure you stay put.
That's crazy. Yo.
Yeah, it's actually a thing.
That's
because the manager don't need you. He gonna go away. They gonna work for it when they broken homeless. I mean, you act.
That's what, Okay, so given that,
yes,
what do you think about his behavior, demeanor, the way he handled it? Now, to be fair, he is a content creator who infuses comedy into his stuff.
Okay.
He's not a comedian.
Right.
But he does always try to include laughs, generally. So in that context, what do you think about the video?
That little bastard.
I feel like, okay, now that you say he puts comedy into his content, I probably feel a little differently because, attention, presence. I want to get your attention because I needed something anyway. So maybe now you'll go back and look at my other videos. So I think it was a strategy. Not very fond of it, but it really is a thing. So, I mean, I got a good laugh out of it.
So
I don't know him though.
I think it was very mature. No, listen.
Pray tell.
The reason why I say that is, there are guys that would have availed themselves of the opportunity.
That's true. That is true.
So the fact that he knows that I am not if all of this is at least remotely close to what's happening, I am not in a position to get myself started with anybody else doing anything else. I got to work on me. I got to get my shit right.
Thanks. Well, let me answer Mike real quick because he wanted some clarification on what I was talking about. It's just a running joke that the person that has nothing is going to give you all they can and more because they need things. So it's this running joke that a homeless person, a broke person, a person that doesn't have much is going to give you better sex because they have to have.
That's old.
They have to make you stay.
Yes, I need shit. I gotta.
Yeah, that's actually a thing.
So okay, now let me read this response from somebody else who I follow. Funny enough, I found this on Twitter. The person that I follow on Twitter, I don't follow this nigga on Twitter. I follow the other person on Twitter. So the other person says, he puts a quote, and he says, to the ladies DMing me showing interest, I'm truly flattered, but I'm focused on rebuilding my personal life at this time and will revisit the idea of courtship later on. I appreciate your patience. End quote. He said, this would have been much better than punching down and insulting these ladies.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, shit. He deleted the tweet.
Oh, damn.
So maybe I was right. My initial instinct, I hold you. Listen. I saw this video days before I saw the tweet.
Oh, damn.
Again, I followed this nigga on TikTok. When I initially saw the video, I chuckled a little bit. And then I'm like, all right, yeah, probably. Yeah, a little bit. And I'm like, yeah, that's wild. People, that's low-key predatory. Like, not like as serious as it could be, but it's low-key predatory.
Are you doing bad?
Right. This nigga just
help you out.
Literally 4 days ago, he broke up with his girlfriend of 4.
It's a lot. It's like when you.
I'm sorry, 8 days. 8 days ago, he broke up with his girlfriend of 4
It's like when
years.
you got a friend a female friend that you secretly always liked, the moment she break up, you on her heels.
Instant.
That shit look dumb. And
the
also,
matter of fact, the moment she texts you at a time that she don't normally text you, your initial thought is, oh.
Mm-hmm. You about to put me in, coach? Yo, it is so dumb and it's so obvious. Like, for those of y'all to do that, don't think your homegirl don't know.
She know.
It's so obvious.
She know. She know.
Always know.
But here's the thing. My initial reaction when I saw that tweet, because he expanded upon it, but I don't know what the fuck he said because he deleted the fucking tweet, was you're doing that thing that I don't like. You're doing that thing where you have good intentions, but you're doing too much. Like, I don't think that he's punching down by telling women not to DM him right now. He's not in the mental space, and you think better of yourself that you deserve better than what I am right now.
All right, so
I don't think that's punching down.
I don't think so either, but I will say this. Maybe that's something you say in the text and not
absolutely. But here's the thing. Here's the thing. Yes, but this nigga got at least 100,000 followers.
Oh wow! And you can't sing any.
You can't do that for every single message
because every woman on your for the follow you didn't do that.
Correct.
So yeah, you can't just yeah.
So I get why he would make a video like, listen, y'all, chill out. Like, please, like, give me a minute. Like, give me a little while.
I'm still mad.
They were waiting.
Yeah, they were waiting. Of course they were. Well, see, that also comes with the territory. When you become an influencer, there is a segment of the people that follow your shit who do see you that way. That's just how that shit works because it's a percentage of people, right? Okay. So it comes with the territory. But they were jumping the gun. Y'all motherfuckers.
Nigga. 8 days?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Oh, he's single? Let's go.
Right.
Like, bro, what the fuck? All right. So on to the topics.
Put me in, coach.
So this first one. McDonald's. Hold up. Where is I'm trying to find the actual. Oh, I got to read it from here. McDonald's drive-through customer asked to pay for a cop's meal.
Wow.
So
he's still gonna give you a ticket.
Does anybody? Does everybody's aware of the pay it forward thing that people do at drive-throughs, right?
Yes. Yes.
All right. So for those who don't know, a brief explanation. I'm not going into great detail because I feel like everybody should know what this is. But it's basically you pay the person's food and back of you, and from time to time that ends up making a chain reaction, and people generally keep doing it. So a user's clip on TikTok has sparked discussion after they claimed a McDonald's drive-thru employee asked them if they wanted to pay for a police officer's food alongside their order. In a clip with over 279,000 views as a Friday TikTok user Samantha wrote, recounts the whole experience. I pull up to pay, and then as the lady is still holding my card, she goes, "I'm just letting you know that there's a cop behind you." And she said, I was kind of like, okay. And the employee was like, do you want to pay it forward? And I was like, what? The employee then allegedly told Samantha the employee then allegedly told Samantha that the police officer's total was $17.42. Samantha says, my total was only a little bit more than $2. Samantha says she then told the employee that she would not like to pay it forward. And she recounts. She looked really disgusted. She was like, it's just a lot of people around here do that for the cops. And Samantha says, I was like, honey, in this car, the blood type is ACAB+.
Yo.
Oh, by the way,
bastards.
ACAB is streaming on all platforms
everywhere.
Adequate and Nessa. Yeah, produced by me. Yeah, that's streaming everywhere. So yeah, she said my blood type. My blood type is
Yo,
ACAB positive.
I am legitimately appalled and dismayed.
Well, wait,
at
goddammit.
that whole thing, yo.
Wait. So in the comment section, users claim that they too would not have paid for the police officer's order.
What the fuck?
Someone says the way I would have been like, thanks for warning me, even though that was obviously not her intention. Another person said, tell them you'll pay it forward if they add bacon to everything on the order. Yikes. Another person said, LOL, I'd laugh, pay for it, and then take it since I paid for it.
Yeah, no shit.
Somebody else said, like, damn, I already paid their salary and taxes. You want me to pay for their lunch too?
Yo, what are you? Don't you ever hold my card hostage and ask me some dumb shit like that. Do no shit like that.
Somebody else said, not only that, but I'm pretty sure their food gets comped there, doesn't it? Somebody else said, why doesn't McDonald's pay for it? Right. So at this particular McDonald's, they do promotions offering.
He said doo-doo. Listen.
Wow. Anyway, offering free McDonald's meals to police officers. On TikTok, many users
I'm not paying shit.
You tried to start the pay it forward chain in the first place, right? Because they say so many scams out there. Also, she could have kept the 1742 and made the cops pay. Also, she shouldn't be asking.
She shouldn't be asking. She shouldn't be asking. That's supposed to be some old.
She shouldn't be asking.
Altruistic
for a
shit.
reason, right? Someone else says, I have never heard of a worker trying to start a pay it forward.
Look, she don't have your call
excuse
back.
Me, who are you?
Would you like to? What? Are you crazy? You better get my motherfucking card before I get mad. Fuck out of here,
nigga. Mike said I'm not paying for shit.
At this point, I'm not even paying for my food. Y'all
right.
asking some dumbass question like that.
I'm going to the media immediately.
Where's your manager?
Right.
Yo, I'm on current time, yo. I'm on current time. Right. Like, yo, this one held my card hostage and then warned me there was a cop behind me and was basically like, if you know what's good for you,
right.
I'm going in. You lost your goddamn mind. You rather run through a bear's den with honey dripping off your sweet ass than hold my card. Right. We're not doing that.
All right.
Fuck.
Okay.
Imagine a politician is behind you, right? One that you can't fucking stand, like Mitch McConnell or some shit. And then they hold your card up. Mitch McConnell's behind you. Would you like to fuck out of here? I'm not giving you nothing. Give you shit and push you in it.
So
fuck that.
This went exactly how I expected it to. So let's move on.
Something
all
stank.
Right. So there was this TikToker, black woman, fairly attractive, shapely. And her whole thing is fashion, but also accentuating certain body parts as she's doing it, right? So she made a TikTok. In the TikTok, she says she's interpolating somebody's lines from somebody's song. I just talked to Chrissy about this yesterday. I don't know none of these young whippersnappers. But somebody's song and the TikToker in question said, "Lick me off the platter. I want to be ate up too." Again, she took that from a song.
Yes,
took that from a song.
I understand, but damn.
Someone commented on that post. Okay, I will eat the hell out of you.
Y'all be doing a lot. Y'all really y'all be getting online and doing a lot, y'all. Like, in the herb screenshots.
All right,
y'all.
Wait. So,
well,
this person doesn't have. Of course, this person doesn't have a profile picture. Here's the thing. You know what the title of the episode is?
Yes, Devil's Advocate.
All right, so.
Okay, Al Pacino. Okay, Al Pacino. I see what you on.
So, what I will say, because I'm not about to go that far, but what I will say is, I'll at least. So let's say, in general, right? She's just doing what she do. She ain't say shit.
Right.
She's literally just showing off the outfits. Right. And if somebody came into her comment section with this comment, I would give that person a -10. Right? In this situation, I might go with a -5.
Listen, I don't. This is me. I don't be getting involved online with that bullshit. When I see
clearly, I'm not
Instagrams, even if I'm following these people because I like the picture she be putting up. I'm not saying nothing crazy.
No, never. Listen, again, never.
Yo.
But again, because the only reason I take less points away from this person is because generally the excuse that bad faith people use is there was something that the victim did
to provoke me into
In this situation, if you are somebody who is just stupid and doesn't understand context clues, I can understand you taking that as an invitation to say some dumb shit out your mouth.
The problem though, and I see where you're going with it, but the problem is we don't scale down. We shouldn't be scaling down our behavior to the
it's still a negative.
Yeah, it is.
It's still a negative.
It is.
-5 instead of a -10.
I'm just gonna say this.
All right, what about -8?
Y'all be doing
not -8.
I'm just saying, like, yo, the nigga, it's already well established.
Yeah,
that niggas
be doing the most.
Yeah, like
a lot.
At least there was some actual, tangible, understandable misunderstanding. And again, because I was about to say,
I need to get this. You think is that what you think, Evan? Listen, all I know is niggas be doing a lot online, B. It's like
you said in the era of screenshots. Like, no,
this nigga ain't give a fuck.
No, that's why he used his trolley account to say some, and that's my other thing. A troll is a bad faith actor.
Facts.
Because even if she didn't have said, even if there was nothing that would have alluded to any of that, the odds are they was gonna say something.
Well, hold on.
You know,
in general, I agree. In this particular case, I don't know if that's the case. The reason I don't know if that's the case is because she made a video about it.
But why he don't got a profile pic?
Oh no, he's a fucking troll.
Yeah,
no,
about that.
I'm not talking about that part. No. He's a fucking troll. I'm saying that.
What up, Fab?
What up, Fab? I don't believe she generally gets comments like that. Is what I'm saying.
Oh no, she probably
notices.
She probably
because she made a video about this one.
Hey, Fab, we gotta ask you a question about bus lanes and shit.
Why?
He's on, so might as well ask.
Yeah, why?
No, that's the question.
Oh,
yeah, the question is why are there bus lanes and do they serve any purpose except for stroking the ego of people that drive buses? What's going on? we trying to figure it out. We need to know.
Facts. All right.
That $250 ticket if you get caught.
That makes sense.
That makes sense to me.
It's just about the money.
Yeah, that makes sense.
All right. So this next story. And actually, we're going to go and talk about something that I wanted to talk about last week, but we were running low on time. And also, I didn't really know how to articulate it, but something else happened that helped me better articulate the topic. So before we get to that, though, Jonah Hill's alleged text to his ex-girlfriend, Sarah Brady, have enraged the internet. The alleged texts between Jonah Hill and his ex-girlfriend have sparked outrage. Starting on July 7th, she began sharing a series of Instagram stories detailing his alleged emotionally abusive behavior by posting DMs and texts she claims were sent by the 39-year-old Superbad actor. She says, sharing this publicly now because keeping it to myself was causing more damage to my mental health than sharing it could ever do. One alleged conversation appears to show Hill chastising the surfer for sharing photos of herself surfing in a bathing suit.
Hello.
Wait. This is a warning. She says, this is a warning to all girls. If your partner is talking to you like this, make an exit plan. Call me if you need an ear. Now, okay.
Huh?
I'm gonna get to it. Wait, no. Let me get more of the story out first. That's what she captioned on those particular screenshots. In the exchange, Brady says she deleted a series of photos from her feed, which Hill allegedly responds is a good start, but says that she still doesn't seem to get it. And he says, but it's not my place to teach you. I've made my boundaries clear. You refuse to let go of some of them, and you've made that clear, and I hope it makes you happy.
Wasn't there like a list that he gave of
yes. No, we're gonna get to that. That was just the beginning. In another one, he allegedly laid out behavior that crosses his boundaries, including surfing with men, modeling, posting pictures of herself in a bathing suit, having friendships with women who are in unstable places from your wild recent past beyond getting lunch or coffee or something respectful. Brady also claims she and Hill were seeing a couples therapist that instructed her to paddle away from men while surfing and tell them, I'm going to go talk to my boyfriend. Jonah Hill and Sarah Brady made their red carpet debut in December 2021,
Never mind.
wearing matching blue suits and loafers at the Don't Look Up premiere. They reportedly split sometime in 2022, and Hill recently welcomed his first child with his new girlfriend. Brady, she says, I hope my ex has a daughter. Maybe she'll turn him into a real feminist because the fact that he calls himself a feminist now is laughable. Many of Brady's Instagram stories can still be viewed on her account on various TikTok videos about the controversy, which has inspired discourse about emotional abuse and weaponizing of therapy language. Someone said, I've seen folks tweet that if Jonah Hill wanted a girlfriend who didn't post bathing suit pictures or have guy friends, he shouldn't have dated a surfer. But here's the thing. Emotionally abusive and controlling men don't want submissive women. They want to take strong women down a peg. Someone else says Jonah Hill is a great example of that old saying, give a man some therapy and you hear him for a day. Teach a man therapy words and you feed his manipulation for a lifetime. His girlfriend also shared a video that says, how you want to tell a surfer to stop surfing when she was already surfing when you met her? The weaponizing of therapy is crazy because you're using terminology, you're using therapy to get someone to stop doing what they love. Those are not boundaries. Jonah has yet to respond to
He's
her.
not going to respond. He's not going to. For those who don't,
Actually, he's responded.
Did he? Oh, that's dumb.
You
were supposed to let that ride.
Wait.
That's dumb.
No, you have no idea. She says the ex-girlfriend goes on to say, I too struggle with mental health, but I do not use it to control people like he did to me. It's been a year of healing and growth with the help of loved ones and doctors to get back to living my life without guilt, shame, and self-judgment for things as small as surfing in a swimsuit rather than a more conservative wetsuit. And I'm sure there's still much more healing from this abuse ahead of me. So let me look at these. God damn it, they're so small. Let me see if I can get to.
You're looking for his boundary list?
Not just that.
Oh. Because I pulled it up and like everything else.
Actually, I think I have. Pretty sure I have access to all of them.
Context matters.
This is going again. What's the name of the title? The episode. We're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about it because
context matters.
I feel like there's a lot of in this situation and the last situation and this next situation we're going to talk about when we get to it. I feel like there's some nuance that people don't want to talk about.
Well, the reason they don't want to talk about it is because there are some things in here that are like, what?
Right.
So it's
Exactly.
mixed in. It's mixed in.
Yes.
It's mixed in with bullshit.
So these are, God damn it. These are some of the texts. So first I want to point out, what did she say? She said something to, where was it? But it's not my place to teach you. You refuse exit plan. Okay, this is the one to all girls. If your partner's talking to you like this, make an exit plan. Call me if you need an ear.
That's weird.
That's really weird, right? Because none of these people have your fucking phone number.
Shit is weird, bro.
They don't know.
That's weird.
Right? They don't know you. Like you may have, a decent. You may have a decent following in your chosen career path, but the general average person doesn't know who the fuck you are. They might be following you because you were in a relationship with Jonah Hill.
Yep.
Right. And if they're following you and they message you, are you actually going to respond?
That part.
Yeah.
All right. So let me read some of these. She said this particular screenshot starts with her saying, "All the posts I removed from my page." The person who was allegedly Jonah, because there's actually in this particular screenshot, there's no proof that it's Jonah. Yeah. This person says, "Good start. You don't seem to get it, but it's not my place to teach you. I've made my boundaries clear. You refuse to let go of some of them, and you've made that clear. And I hope that makes you happy." All right. So the next one, this does absolutely appear to be Jonah.
That was passive aggressive.
This is the list.
Right.
This is the list of boundaries. So he says, plain and simple, if you need surfing with men, boundaryless, inappropriate friendships with men, to model, to post pictures of yourself in a bathing suit, to post sexual pictures, friendships with women who are in unstable places and from your wild recent past beyond getting a lunch or coffee or something respectful. I am not this part, it was cut out of the fucking article.
Interesting.
I am not the right partner for you.
Yeah, I'm looking at that part now.
If these things bring you to a place of happiness, I support it, and there will be no hard feelings. These are my boundaries for a romantic partnership. My boundaries with you based on the ways these actions have hurt our trust. Another one. Again, this one is like the first one. It's not clear. I'm only saying this for the normal cover your ass reasons. Mm-hmm. It's Jonah, but this one does not. There's no proof that this is Jonah either. It starts with her saying she had me agree to paddle away. Oh no, this one isn't Jonah. She's talking to somebody else. She's talking to somebody else in this one. It starts with her saying she had me agree to paddle away from any man that approached me in the water, no matter his age. I was instructed to say I'm going to talk to my boyfriend and then paddle away. The response that this person said is, "This makes me want to go stab someone." Who is this therapist? She was like enabling his possessiveness, isolation, and jealousy. Wow. Let me see. I think there's another. Yeah, there's another group of messages. All right. This one is Jonah again. He says, "I'm just over explaining myself." And then he sends screenshots of the pictures that he's referring to. And he says, "It's just constant and doesn't reflect where we're at or where you say you want to be. I respect your skill and your surfing. I respect how you want to present yourself. It's just constant, blah, blah, blah." I said that already. Hold up. "I respect that you're hot and beautiful. I respect however you want to live, but I also respect myself and what I'm interested in my own life and what I let into my heart and inner circle. So celebrate yourself and your life however you please and shine bright. But I don't want to have to deal with..." Oh, it cuts off there. "I don't want to have to deal." And then the next thing is another screenshot, apparently another conversation. This could all be the same fucking conversation.
Yeah.
We don't know. He says, "Take some accountability and operate with respect." It's that simple. Because I'm tired of your attitude towards surf culture, that contest, and that place, because I deserve respect, period. I have been more than patient, and then shit like this is still here. Fuck that contest, fuck that place, and fuck not respecting me always in every situation within surf culture, or you don't get it. or don't get me. It's hurtful and unacceptable to me. I don't know if you get it or care or give a shit about that shit more than me, even after Dr. Stern has said it loud and clear. All right, so that's all the screenshots. Now, what I will say unequivocally that I'm not confused about, I don't think there's any nuance to add. This isn't a good relationship.
No.
I think that's fair to say that's clearly.
And I remember that picture too. I do remember that picture where they had the beach or whatever. I do remember that. But it's not something I would have retained because I didn't give a shit. It's just I don't know. Like it's like we said earlier, some of the shit that's in here, and this is why it's real important for those of us that don't know the inner workings of that relationship, the actual conversations that was had outside of text to each other, the incidents, for us to kind of be a bit humble with our takes on a lot of this stuff, because
especially
there's so much
does
more.
Not really show anything she says.
Yeah, and there's so much more to a relationship than text messages that try to sum up what the things that was happening. It was, but I gotta
give you a
say,
perfect example. I'll give you a perfect example before you go to the next part. I've done this with Chrissy. I've sent Chrissy messages of issues that I was having with people. But what did I always include? What the fuck I said too.
Yeah.
Always.
What I will say is, how you gonna tell somebody that surf not to post pictures?
Listen. That is really egregious. That is really egregious. That's really egregious.
This is and shit like that. Modeling. Those things right there make the other stuff look, because here's the thing. When he says boundaryless, inappropriate friendships with men, we don't know what he deems inappropriate. We don't know which incidents he's talking about.
Correct.
Because no man that I know of wants a woman that they're y'all together to be having some inappropriate friendships, with no like all of the female friends that I have, there's boundaries, my guy. It's certain shit I ain't gonna say to them, certain shit ways I'm not gonna touch them. That's not happening. Same with my wife, any male friend she has. So we don't know what the incident was. But the problem is, it's mixed in with shit like, you was to post pictures of yourself in the babies. Are you fucking? That's crazy.
Paddle away from anybody.
No, hold on, Jonah.
That's crazy.
Jonah didn't say that apparently. That was
no. I'm still on the therapist.
Right. Of course you are.
Right.
This is why I don't. This is why I
crazy
don't
to
do
me.
couples therapy. Like,
Right.
in my whole time in school, I got straight A's except for in couples therapy. That's it.
Yo, Marissa said, "Wild recent past is so deliciously ridiculous."
But here's the thing. Here's the funny thing about that, right? Actually, no. I'm gonna wait. Right. So the next thing, because they're related. I'm sorry. Before I go to the next thing, here was Jonah's Jonah's response.
Oh my goodness!
Yes.
No, keep that up there. Keep that up there.
All right.
Don't remove that.
Right.
Wait. We're gonna talk about it, because what's today's title? Devil's Advocate. We're gonna talk about that. Keep that up there. Do not move that. Jonah responded. He responded by putting out some merch that said something to the effect of unrelenting. What was it? Fuck. I don't know if let me see. Damn, it was something to the effect of unrelenting control or some shit like that. And I'm like, nigga, what the fuck is wrong with you? What? Yo, hold on. Here's the thing. Remember when we did the You People review?
Yes.
And I was talking about like, yo, this Jonah, something wrong with him. Like, this is not what I used to see in the public, or in like the fact that he won't shave his beard for movie roles. Like, no, listen. I know that sounds funny, but if you think about it, the vast majority of actors and actresses will change their hair.
Absolutely, it's for a role.
And
He'll
he
lose
doesn't
weight,
do that anymore.
gain weight, and all that shit.
And he doesn't do that anymore. And I'm like, at that time, I was thinking like, he might be one of those people that take these therapy words and go a little bit too far.
Look at
this shit.
We are
now. Again, we don't know. We don't know everything.
Yeah,
right.
And some of that shit, a lot of it depends on timing. We don't know if that was all one conversation.
And we don't know what the incident was.
Right.
That
sparked everything. We don't know.
But I can't imagine what the situation was for him to tell this woman not to post pictures or something. Like, what the fuck?
Bro.
What the fuck are you talking about? She's a surfer, dude.
The issue for me is you're never going to know what happens in a relationship like fully.
No.
But if people would just like pick better, like.
But all right. So here's my devil's advocate on him. Matter of fact, no. Again, I'm gonna say this other thing. So remember last week we was talking about Keke Palmer situation.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So,
which by the way is why this got.
Yes, that's why this blew up the way it did.
Yeah.
There was something I want to talk about, but I didn't have the best way to articulate it. And again, we run out of time. Yeah. So she made a post that perfectly helps me get to where I was trying to get to. The post she makes says, "I'm deleting this later, but first, let me say this. We live together. So if you think he didn't see my outfit before I left, if you think he didn't compliment me and slap me on my ass before I left, you're delusional. My outfit was never the problem."
Nope.
Now, first,
you know what the problem is.
Well, first I want to say, Keke Palmer, you're wrong for this shit. What you're wrong for is the fact you're deleting this post. Because fuck him.
Yeah, you should have kept that.
He did that shit to you.
You should have kept that post.
You should absolutely.
She should have kept that post up 100%.
All right, so
cue the Boondocks episode at this point.
That's sense. All right, so one of the reasons that I didn't bring this up last week is because it would have. I can see an argument that I was defending him if I would have brought it up then without this context, because there are people who ignore shit that is blatantly obvious. It was blatantly obvious he was not mad about the outfit.
Yeah. We know what he was mad at.
There was a very specific thing he was mad at. Now the outfit contributes, sure.
That is a percentage of it, but it was more. It was
not the outfit. All right. So fuck him, right? But 100%. As Marissa says, the setup is hide all the things that attracted me to you. No one else has cheeseburger. I love the throwback to the cat meme. But here's the thing. Now, I'm willing to give all the credence to the fact that celebrities is different.
It's not
celebrities. There's always an exception for a celebrity because celebrities' lives are different than regular people's lives.
Right.
However, that's kind of a part of that is what, to a certain degree, a part of that is what compromise and understanding that you're in a relationship with a person means, right? Because if you're in a situation, again, we're not talking about them specifically, but to be fair, Keke wasn't doing shit like this before.
Okay.
This isn't a behavior that she has displayed consistently. I don't actually remember. To be fair, Keke wasn't a sex symbol. She was always Black America's sweetheart. Part of that is because the baby has changed her body, and she's talked about that. She's been completely public about that and happy about the new body and all that other good shit.
Curves,
for her.
man.
Absolutely. Who isn't happy about that?
Yeah.
Everybody.
They're all happy about that.
Everybody's happy about that, right?
Yeah.
So
well, not everybody.
Well, but hold up. That's not true.
Yeah,
the other
like
thing.
Said,
there's the other thing. Not just her post though.
Mm-hmm.
He's posted her.
Yes, he has.
Shaking
yes,
her
he
whole
has.
ass.
He was videoing her twerking, and he's
for the public to see.
Yeah.
Yes.
So again, that was never the issue.
No,
that's not the issue.
And also the idea that I saw what I liked.
Mm-hmm.
I then made a move. It worked. We're together, and now I'm gonna throw a burqa on you. Is bullshit.
But it's not what happened.
But
again,
that's what it
so
sounds like. He tried to put himself in public. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Never the clothes.
But it was never
not what it was.
Right.
There's empirical evidence that shows that that's not what it is.
He should.
If that's what it was. He should
have been a man.
Again, like I said from the beginning, fuck him. I'm not talking about him.
Right.
I'm talking about the scenario, and they just so happen to be the people that were involved in it.
Right.
Because it was never about the fucking clothes. It was absolutely clear it was never about the fucking clothes. So my thing is, this is not a situation, given what we've seen. We don't know these people. This is not that, though. This is not, she got you doing one thing, and now that you're with her, you want to change what she does. That's not what this is. That is absolutely 100% not what this is.
It may be, we look at it and we see it for what it is. But that's not what he verbalized. He verbalized.
Again, no, you're getting lost in the weeds. It's not about them two specifically. It's about the idea of you when you get with someone, you want to change what they do. Mm-hmm. It's not about them specifically. It just so happens to be them. Mm-hmm. And in this specific example, this is not what Kiki was doing before. She was not doing this prior. So it is not a situation of now that I'm with you, you can't do this anymore.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But also on the flip side of that, absolutely, I know a lot of y'all motherfuckers, and when y'all get in a relationship, y'all need to change some of y'all fucking behavior.
Yeah, but we talk. You're 100% right, but it also depends on the behavior you're talking about. Because what's going to happen is the misogynist dudes are going to conflate any behavior that they don't like.
And again, that's one of the reasons why I didn't bring this up last week, because again, I didn't have it all
right.
Yeah,
but fuck them. We are not talking about bad faith actors.
The problem with not talking about bad faith actors, though, is that
issue I had.
There's a lot of. It's not like that's a small percentage of the population. It's a lot of
I never thought it was the clothes, but the issue I had with the whole entire thing is, well, a couple things. One, why are you posting it on Twitter?
Issues.
Why did you post that?
Why did you post it? Two, to say you're a mom.
Wait. This motherfucker. Mike, it looks like the kitten has cheeseburger.
But like he didn't. The original post, he did not bring up his relationship with her. He said, "You a mom."
Absolutely.
And like that has nothing to do with anything.
He's wilding, but again.
Yeah. But I see what you're saying.
Y'all keep going back to them specifically. Fuck him. He was wrong. He was 100% wrong.
Right. Go ahead. The way I see it is, it's always the possibility that you were acting like this before the relationship, and what I've seen, that's generally the case. But I have seen instances where people get into a relationship, whatever happens, they have this newfound confidence. Like for Kiki, she had this baby, changed her body, and she want to show it off.
Right.
And like you said, she wasn't really doing that before. So in that sense, like I could see him being taken aback by some things.
But that's a conversation that y'all had.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, no, 100%. Again, like he did everything wrong.
Right.
There's nothing
he did right.
There was not a single point in this entire debacle where he did anything. This little
motherfucker had a mouthful of wires.
As he should.
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not.
My bad.
So he's upstairs now.
But no, at every single step of this scenario, he fucked up.
Yeah.
But we're not talking about him.
Right.
It's this idea that change. All right. So let me ask this. Aren't there supposed to be situations that you don't put yourself in?
I'm literally the walking poster boy for I can't even fuck this motherfucker up because it's gonna cause a whole bunch of shit if I go to jail. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna cause a whole bunch of shit. So yes, when you're in a relationship, there's give and there's take, and no, niggas, that doesn't mean that all of a sudden you get to put a burqa on your girl. That's not what the type of situation we're talking about. I'm talking about certain behavioral things that affect both of you,
Right.
In a negative way. Can affect the finances of your household.
Mm-hmm.
Could affect whether or not your kids get to see your ass or have to see you behind some fucking bars.
Mm-hmm.
And there's numerous other incidents or things that maybe you were doing when you were alone.
Right.
Right.
You should not be doing while you're in a relationship with somebody.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, because this is not a women need to change when no. Both y'all motherfucking asses.
Yeah.
There are things that both of you need to do.
But that's why you have conversations, because
exactly.
There's boundaries in certain types of relationships that might not work for you. But then don't get into that relationship. Like
or
if
person might not be
if I know that random example, if I know the person I'm with is an exotic dancer, I have an issue. Why am I entertaining them? Why am I even going to start entertaining them if I know that that's not something I'm okay with? Like, there's too many instances where people are like, oh, well, maybe it'll be okay. Or not even change them. Maybe it'll be fine. Like, no.
Yeah, maybe I'll be able to, obviously it's not fine because you feel in a way in the beginning.
Right.
So, like,
I also want to
ignore that too much.
I also want to talk about the the part of it where like, so you get into this relationship, and now you're, oh my God, Mike. Damn it, I forgot what I was about to say. God damn it, Mike. Shit. Oh. Fuck, Mike.
Yo, Disco said, you don't have to put on the red light.
Oh, goodness.
I can't say that, y'all. This is my last time.
God damn it.
Leaving the podcast.
I don't remember now. It popped in her head, too. Damn it, Mike. It was about a relationship and getting into a relationship, and God damn it. Chrissy, what did you just say? Because it was something that you said that yes, it was something that you said that actually
after the stripper thing.
Was that?
Go back a little bit before that.
I was just saying people often get into relationships where they're not okay from the start, like with things that are happening. Like if I'm entering a relationship and I know from the start I'm not okay with this, why am I even going to try to talk to you? Like, why am I going to entertain somebody that I'm not okay with?
Because people lie to themselves all the time.
And there's different types of relationships.
That's facts.
Like,
that is all facts.
Right. If that kind of relationship doesn't work for you, pick something else. Like there's so many things out here.
I got it.
Oh, okay.
So we're not going to act, because when things like this happen, people on the internet like to be self-righteous.
Oh, hell yeah. And it's annoying.
Oh,
it's so annoying.
That's what even has me on this devil's advocate shit, because I'm like, y'all, I know some of y'all. Like, all right, so let's not act like, because back to the idea of what they was doing when you got them, you try and change. Let's not act like there are people who are actively looking for a partner who do specific things to try to attract partners.
Mm-hmm.
Like, let's not act like that's not a thing.
That's true.
So, yeah, no, in every case, it's not the case, right? But
But in that Jonah thing, that's what it sounds like. It looks
That's
like
kinda-
in the Jonah thing, it kind of looks
If
like.
I say to you, listen,
Don't post no pictures of no baby. You and no
bro,
baby.
listen, emotionally abusive. I can rock with that for the most part, because again, we don't know the time frame of what happened when. We don't know if that was one conversation. Mm-hmm. The thing about the boundary list, I am always.
That shit Biddy said right here is a whole word.
Having a conversation with the person and work it out before telling your friends. Oh, nigga.
It's a whole word.
Listen, that's funny. I often say, don't tell them people nothing bad about you.
That's right. That's right.
Not a single thing. And all my people can attest. They don't hear shit unless it's in the moment and they happen to be around or something. Right. They don't know shit. Right. And we good.
Because work it out.
Hey, what happened to such and such? Oh yeah, it was a problem. Yeah, it was
that is absolutely facts. I ain't know nothing about none of James' relationship. So after then it's like, okay, what happened?
Telling you shit.
It was a shit show from the beginning.
Because if you work it out,
right?
If you work it out, they don't. Everybody, they don't. Yeah, they still looking at that person like, I can't believe he's still with this person.
Yep. Yeah. Man. So like again, it's a fine line. Like certain arguments, because you might want to get an outside perspective. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. That works. That's fine. Depending on who you're talking to.
Yeah, it depends on who you're talking to.
Like I can talk to Fab. Right. I can talk to Fab about certain arguments because I need an outside perspective, and he does the same with me.
Right.
But like other things that might make this person look at them differently, especially if you're a part, like you are, like if they're an important person in your life, and now you're telling them things that might make them look sideways at your significant. No, don't do that. Don't do that.
And that's it's one of the things that I see far too often is that people and their significant others, they got an issue or whatever, and then they'll go and they'll tell their mom, or they'll tell their sister, or they'll tell their brother,
and bring them around,
and then bring the person around after y'all done worked it out. After y'all done worked it out, and now, see, the thing with me is you don't ever hear me talking bad about my wife in no situation. No. For what? Right. For what?
Not helpful.
It's not. That shit is not gonna. It's not gonna help anything. All it's gonna do is because in the moment you might be pissed about something, but all it's gonna do, people that love you and knew you before they knew that significant other, all they're gonna do is hold that right here.
They cut them off right then in their mind.
In their mind, they already cut any the certain bonds of affection they had because they with you. They start snipping that shit, and nah, it's not.
And once it's snipped, that's it. They ain't putting it back together. But you're gonna be trying to put your pieces back together.
Exactly. That shit ain't. That shit. But
never gotta worry about that.
The facts is, James is right. It just depends on what you're talking about. But in a relationship, there's supposed to be some give and take. But it is nauseating to see people using therapy speech because I see it online all the time. All the time.
I'm like, y'all don't even go to school. Y'all don't know what this means.
Facts. Facts.
You really don't know what it means.
Facts. Right. And they use it.
Like honestly, I don't even use it like with my clients. I try not to use the buzzwords.
Buzzwords.
Yeah, I really catchphrases. Yeah. But I want to go back to the boundary list real quick.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's
me personally. I didn't necessarily have an issue with the boundary list.
Me neither.
Because let me know, go ahead and let me know what's stupid. And if I feel like it's stupid, then I need to leave.
Right, and he didn't post that.
Right,
that's
right. That's another thing. That's
what he said to her.
If I'm a stripper and you feel like I shouldn't wear a bikini, and you tell me that as one of your boundaries.
Later, Gator.
Well, hold on, wait.
Right, exactly. I need to make the decision to leave.
Maybe because it is not typical that they wear swimsuit like bodysuits.
Typically, if I am going to wear a bikini,
but you do right.
Yeah,
that's the thing.
You gotta weigh. You gotta weigh that,
and you can actually separate the idea of her wearing surfer's gear and wearing a bathing suit because people wear bathing suits. Like that part is super weird to me.
It's
like
weird,
I've seen numerous regular people on social media posting pictures of them on the beach wearing the bathing suit.
Here's the thing. I'm not going what's the word? I can't remember the phrase. I'm not going ick your like or whatever.
Yeah.
If that's what you feel like you need in your relationship, it is well within your rights to express that. And it is the other person's job and responsibility to themselves.
Yes.
That you say that. So
there we go, Discord. I'm not going yup, you're yum.
Yes.
As a matter of fact, I suggest you say it so the other person can have fair warning and get the fuck away from it. Because that's what the fuck are we doing? And
here's the thing: we don't know when that conversation happened.
Nope.
Right.
We don't know if it was the only time that conversation has happened.
Right.
We don't know none of that.
The conversation happened at the beginning of the relationship, and you still chose to be in a relationship and go against the boundaries. Then it's like I'm looking at you.
Yeah.
And here's the reason why I think that could be the case. If you look at some of those messages, he takes the posture of he's repeating.
I've told you this.
I've already told you where I stand.
Right.
So
she should have just left.
Leave. Now,
she's not gonna have a problem finding somebody else, but would she have a problem finding a Jonah Hill?
Right.
Comparatively, who he is in his status.
Yeah.
That's a whole other
different conversation. Yeah.
Right, it's a whole different you know what I'm saying? Because let's call a spade. When Jonah wasn't Jonah. I'm just saying. If he was Jonah in the belly of the whale, would she have been?
You're stupid.
Okay. No, absolutely not.
I don't understand why I do this.
I'm just
saying.
Not prudent.
Not prudent.
Come on, look at Jonah.
Probably not good for my mental health either.
Some of those buzzwords, because
I feel like you're gaslighting me.
I be violating boundaries all the time.
Baby needs to partake in some self-care. Not involved being on this podcast.
Bruh. Is this another? Oh, nigga, dang! This is gonna take it. I'm just play it. I'm gonna just play it because y'all about to get mad.
That's my secret, SPJ. I'm always angry.
Shut up, nigga. All right.
Last night, a family went to Panera Bread to have dinner. Next thing you know, a Panera Bread employee calls the police because their son waved at them. She misinterpreted it as a distress signal. And then immediately the family is harassed and surrounded by 20 police officers.
Because a child, you know how many gestures a child makes daily? Wow. Okay.
Your child is autistic.
Okay.
He makes things up.
Okay. He makes things up. So you calling my son a liar?
No.
Okay, he's not.
So is there okay.
Child abuse. Yeah, sure. Sure. Look at him. You tell me it's a child abuse. Do you see an unhappy child? Okay then. So what the hell would you even make that statement in front of me? Child abuse. He said you got a statement that I was abusing my wife. That's what he said when he walked in the door. Yes, you did. You said my son made a gesture this gesture. So he waved, hey. Wow.
You're causing a disturbance.
No, you're causing a disturbance.
Where's my son? So that's why.
Where's my son? Wow.
Where's my son? Where's my son? Why is this happening to me?
This is
Where's my
fucking...
son? This is crazy.
Listen, bro, we just got surrounded by police eating, because they said Ashton made a gesture that he's being beaten. Listen, everybody tap in.
Because I don't understand.
Join in, bro. Please join in. Please. My wife having a whole panic attack. Please join in. Check this, bro. If this ain't discrimination at its finest, he's continuing to scream at her.
Then I said I need medical attention, and he never called.
Look at this.
Call 911.
Look at this.
Call 911. And then my son ran, and I couldn't find him. My name is Dr. P.
She having a whole panic attack, bro. A whole panic attack.
Why did this happen? She called 911.
Eat your pizza, okay? And drink the drink.
Why would she do that? They're killing
Look
black
at this
people out
bullshit.
here, and I'm scared.
Look at this, bro. Look at this.
bullshit.
Look at this. Look at it.
I just like him.
I'm not complying to what?
Why are you touching me? Why I'm really scared.
Bro, look at this, bro.
Ambulance, come on outside.
Bro, look at this.
What y'all doing?
Ashton, sit down, bro.
Eat your pizza, please. Thank you. Just sit right there and
Bro, I don't know what's going on. No, I don't.
Well, we're trying to figure out what's going on. How old is your son?
My son is 7 years old.
You know why he made that comment or gesture? To someone?
What comment did he make? Please.
I've already explained.
Okay, but no. You say he made a gesture. I think it's in me.
Okay. You don't want to give me your ID?
I don't have an ID. No,
Can you please take off the fanny pack and place it on the table?
no. I can open it for you.
No. You need to place it on the table.
Why?
Because you're lawfully detained at this point.
Why?
I am investigating a potential crime. I need you to take the fanny pack off, step to the side, and stand right here. Place your hands behind your back. That is a lawful command.
Wow.
I am here investigating a crime.
Yo, this is insane, man.
If you fail to follow my lawful commands as deputy sheriff,
I don't-
you will be placed under arrest for resisting.
I'm not resisting. I'm just trying to
I'm giving
understand.
you a lawful command at this
Listen.
point. I need you to stand up,
Look
take
how
the
he
fanny
positioned
pack off.
himself
Wow.
I need you
to get
to-
around.
Okay, hold on. I'm
we're done playing the game, man.
Okay.
You got
Yeah, can you put some cuffs on me, please? Thank you. I'm not fighting. I'm not resisting.
The lights up front.
Look at my son. Bro, I worked really hard for it. I
This is the location of the Panera Bread in Orlando.
So,
What the fuck?
a couple things, right? If you look at that little boy, first of all, you can tell that he is like confused and that he feels safe with his parents. Also, you can tell that he's intelligent and self-aware because after they yoked his father up, he picked the phone up to continue recording. What about this scenario? Given that you can plainly see these two things about this child, make you think that they are abusing that child.
Right.
Bro. Way to start it off. He waved.
Oh, that part. I cut it off because so basically I'm not going to do this right. I don't remember it exactly.
Mhm.
But the signal for distress is something like thumb to the side, thumb in front, close.
He's 7.
Right. And basically, the person who called said he waved, like he said that he made a gesture like this, which
Do you know how
again,
many times I've been on the bus,
nigga,
on a plane, at an amusement park,
bruh.
in a restaurant where there's a kid there, they
Right.
see other people and they wave.
Yes, 1,000%. It happens to me all the time.
Yeah, because kids like
For some yeah.
reason. Some
Yeah, they just be like,
It's so adorable.
I'm like, bro, what are you? Okay, hey, like and because they're fucking kids, like,
Bro,
Right.
Oh, we just saw Baby Groot do that in the middle of a firefight.
Bruh,
They were
literally
fighting the monster, and he stopped to go to Gamora.
Right.
Like, come on, man.
They're kids. Like, and again, you see him try to follow his mother. You see him start whining once his father gets yoked up.
Mm-hmm.
So clearly, again,
Like, y'all not
he feels safe with them.
signs.
Yes.
And then he picks up the phone to continue recording.
Yep.
Like, what are we talking about? Like,
and this is one of my biggest things that I always say. There should always be, in cases like this, in calls like this, a therapist, a social worker, somebody present to evaluate the situation, because it is not the police's job to understand those signs, and they're not going to try.
No.
So if there's a call of distress, we had one on my neighborhood where one of my neighbors, he temporarily just lost it. And he was walking up and down the street doing things that just didn't make sense. And they called the police to make sure he couldn't get off the street. Okay, I understand. But me as a therapist, when they pulled up, I went over there. Because you're not about to act like he's violent or doing anything when he's in distress. So if they had an on-call therapist or social worker that would come out for calls like this, because it's very possible that, yes, the child could have been in distress.
Absolutely possible.
But they're not built to understand what that is. So have somebody there that understands that they can pull the child aside and ask the appropriate questions, evaluate the child. This is unnecessary. This was just completely unnecessary.
Bruh. They sent 20 cops.
Right. First, what?
For a family of 3?
Then we have a person that's experiencing a panic attack. Again, this is why I say need a licensed professional. You don't touch somebody.
No, especially not from behind.
Attack. Right. And then pull her to tell her to go outside where she's going to be further away from her safe space, which is her family. Right. This just made no sense.
And here's the problem. I understand why they did that. You need to get some fresh air.
Yeah.
But again, that's because you don't understand
what's
going right here.
I'm trained in that.
No, fuck that. I understand where you're coming from a professional.
Right. I mean, it's common sense.
I am not trained in that.
Right.
I'm saying all these things
because it's also
obvious.
Culturally sensitive.
Yes, absolutely.
And
that's another point. That's another point. Like, what are we talking about? Like, what?
Right.
You sent
all right.
You sent 20 fucking cops.
Yo, it's funny that I came back right when you were saying that, because that's the point I was about to make. Yo, the amount of police officers they sent for this is more telling than anything else.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's one thing if a cop and his partner came over there, they asked some questions. That's one thing. The fact that y'all called damn near half the precinct down that motherfucker for something like this, for something that you can look at the situation and know that it's rife for misunderstanding.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like there's absolutely every possibility the other person got it wrong.
Exactly.
Right? So do your due diligence. You pop up, you ask some questions, you look for some signs of abuse. You don't see it. The kid looks obviously well adjusted, 7-year-old, no scars on them. They're not, giving off these signs of this fear that they have for them. None of that. And you go about your fucking business. Y'all called half the precinct down there on this family because there is a lack of empathy when it comes to us.
Yeah.
It's the shit that I've been seeing my entire fucking life. The times when shit happens to us, that if this happened to anybody else, people be like, oh, that's not right.
Right.
But when it happened to us, it's a lack of empathy there. And the only way I can imagine why that would be the case is because there's this prevailing view that you must have did something. You know how they are. That's that bullshit right there in the flesh. Fuck you send 20 motherfucking cops down there for something like this. What was the guy going to do with his fanny pack?
Right.
What was he going to do?
It's a family of 3.
Right.
Now, here's the thing. You mentioned in the beginning, and this is a very small point. You mentioned in the beginning, you can see if a cop and his partner, even if, because I've seen this happen, even if they happen to drive by somebody else's patrol, and that car sees them going somewhere, and they tag along. All right, so maybe 4 people.
right.
Maybe 4.
Right.
20?
20 cars.
Come on, bro.
Bro, what are we talking about? Like
20.
Y'all sent 20? Because here's
20,
the thing.
bro.
Even if what I just said happened, y'all sent 16?
Right.
For a family of 3.
A family of 3, bro.
And now I'm wondering, well, what was the initial call?
The employee.
It was an employee.
That's a potential lawsuit.
Right.
The employee.
Oh, I'm so paid.
Says, nigga.
I'm so paid.
Nigga. The employee says that they got a distress signal from a child that is with their parents.
He's 7. You think he's doing some elaborate
wait. That is a very good point that I hadn't even contemplated. There is virtually no way that this 7-year-old child knows what the distress signal is. It's virtually
This
no
is
way.
another part of this too, SPJ. Because our kids don't get to be kids. They don't get to be looked at as kids making childhood mistakes.
Right.
None of that because they don't see them as kids.
Yo,
So
the
of
video
course, the
started off-
7-year-old knows how to do that.
The fucking cop was like, well, he's lying. He's not telling it. He's 7.
Right.
He probably don't know the answer to the question you asked
kids,
him.
bro.
Like, what are you talking about?
He's fucking.
Might he have changed the story? Possibly. I don't know. There's 20 fucking strangers rolling up with guns and fucking
maybe he
handcuffs.
got mixed up with that episode of Barney with this shit. He's 7.
Right, exactly. Here's the thing. If cops roll up to my 7-year-old godson and ask him questions, he's probably not going to answer them. He's going to cry and he's going to look distressed.
Right. There's a lot of kids like that. Yep.
And people, another thing, cops don't think about neurodivergent people. They don't think about any of that. They're like, oh, I'm here to do this, and this must be what's happening because it's us. But if it wasn't, it would be a whole different thing.
Typically, I would argue, and people tried to be very dismissive of this when this was first suggested, that in a lot of these cases, they aren't the people to send. You got to stop sending people with guns.
I said that.
And nightsticks and tasers to handle certain types of situations. The reality is, there are cops that will tell you to your face they don't like going on those calls, right? Because they don't feel like they're qualified to do that.
Not their job,
and it's really not. They're really not qualified to do that shit. And when they go and when politicians mentioned just the merest suggestion, right, that maybe some of the money we're spending on adding cops, you need to spend some of that money on getting actual people, social workers that know what the fuck they're doing and how to respond in these situations to go out to this. The first thing they ran with, because political, was they talking about defunding the police. Bruh, they're giving them a shit ton of money. Every time these motherfuckers fuck up, there's this conversation, and there's motherfuckers that bring up, well, crime, and then they give them more money to hire more people, thinking that's going to be the thing that solves the problem. And it never is. Then they give some of them money. This is what they should not be doing. But they give them the military equipment or equipment that's adjacent to military equipment. They're not supposed to be doing that shit, but they find loopholes to be able to do it.
They're effectively occupying.
They're occupying. If you want to know, if you truthfully want to know why people who feel occupied respond the way they respond is because they feel occupied.
Mm-hmm.
And if you keep going in it, I remember distinctly sitting on the porch, minding my business. Now, I'm going to keep it 100, but I was no angel. But at this moment in time, I'm just chilling on my porch with 3 of my friends. We are laughing. We're looking at the people running up and down the street being ass. The kids got the little water balloons out. They doing. I remember the cops pulling up with the scowl. And then, we need y'all to come down out the steps. Lift your shirts up and turn around. That shit happened a lot. Mm-hmm. And if you take that one experience and multiply that by the other people in the neighborhood who had to deal with similar shit, there's going to be a prevailing attitude towards the police. My uncle was a cop. He told me that the best bulletproof vest any police officer has is the respect of the community he works in.
Facts.
Mm-hmm.
When they took the beat cop out of the equation, they fucked a lot of that up because the beat cop walked on foot through the block. He knew the shop owners. He knew most of the kids in the neighborhood. He knew old man McGillicuddy down the street. And if some bullshit was going on, people trusted him enough to go, hey, yo, they down there doing, hey, yo, somebody gonna get hurt if you don't. Hey, yo. Now they start putting them in the patrol cars and they just ride around with the skull. Look, y'all doing something, right? Right. The way that makes a population of people feel, they're not going to cooperate with you. I witnessed from a couple of, I want to say, from where the corner of Emerson Avenue was, and I was living in the 600 block of Denison, so I couldn't see faces. I only saw crowds. I watched 20 dudes kill a guy. There were people sitting on the porch on either side who clearly could see who did what, all of that. When the police came around there, nobody said shit to them because they don't view you as the solution to the problem.
Correct.
This shit's crazy,
When making
bro.
decisions, you can't discount human behavior.
You can't, bro.
That's not how. That's never going to be an effective strategy.
Yo,
Ever.
It's never going to work, bro. It's never going to work when you ignore human behavioral patterns and how humans typically react when under stress or duress or feeling as though they're being put upon unfairly. And when motherfuckers have like decades and decades and centuries past experiences that have been passed on from them, when they see you on that fuck shit, even if you don't think you on that fuck shit, they're going to assume it because our safety depends on the assumptions we make, not just the assumptions you make.
Thanks.
And until I personally, this is me personally, I know other people may have more hope for that shit. I don't foresee that shit ever changing.
Oh, no.
But in order for it to change, that shit has to be factored in.
Right.
And that's the other thing. All cops across the world don't react the way the cops here react.
Correct.
So that's how you know.
Some of the motherfuckers don't got guns.
I'm about to say they don't have guns.
Nigga, come on.
And their crime rates aren't out of the fucking...
No.
Yep.
Yeah.
Not only are their crime rates not, if anything, you might find nuisance crimes. People might stole a bike. Oh, damn, there's a bike right here. Nobody watched it. They're taking that. Or you might get pickpocketed. But the violent crime shit, nah. This place, there's something about this place intrinsically, about the culture here, that's causing this. And because another part of the culture is that they brainwashed and conditioned the people here to go, we're number one. So they can't learn shit from other countries that's doing it differently.
Yep.
Because, we do everything the best. That mentality it prevents the change from happening because there's too many of the people, the citizens over here, that bought into that bullshit.
Thanks.
I've talked to people that have moved to other places, people that look like us. So they got a unique set of experiences that they carry with them when they go someplace else. They're not the folks that would call the cop to get the cat out the tree. That's not. They don't come from that. And almost every single one of them have said to me, "Oh no, nah, they ain't nothing like that here." Right. One case was cop pulled me over because my back tire was looking a little low, and he helped me change it. Yeah, I get tired of it. And mind you, they go over there with the same PTSD that we got.
Right.
So they're assuming, oh shit. Right. And then it don't even be like that.
No.
It don't even be like that.
And here's the thing: if they would just educate or care to educate themselves, like you don't approach somebody that is in distress aggressively, and then wonder why you get the reaction.
Right.
Like what? Like James said, this is a person with emotions and feelings
and a history
and all these things. Yeah. You're approaching somebody on the street that's homeless, walking around, talking to themselves, and you approach them and you touch them. You have just activated whatever PTSD they have.
Exactly.
Like it happens all the time. I'm like, this is not a situation for the police at all. Like it just doesn't.
It's for someone that knows how to deal with a situation like that. And I would argue that because there is such PTSD in our community when it comes to the police, it should be mandatory that they understand why. Yeah. Because you need to understand how to approach, right? Like and to be fair, I maybe have seen once or twice a cop do it right. Do it right. Like, there's nothing going on. I just have a couple of questions I need to ask you.
Oh, yeah.
Got a call about it. There's been a couple times when I've seen
cops get it right.
So you can't tell me y'all can't learn.
To be fair, every time I've been pulled over, I happen to have a cop that got it right.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Luckily, I'm not here to antagonize you.
Right.
I'm not here
except
to
this one time. But he wasn't on no typical bullshit.
He wasn't on some, you fucked up, right?
He wasn't on shit like that. He was just he lied. He lied about.
Oh, I've been lied on by cops too.
Yeah.
But unfortunately for them, that lie worked in the opposite way that they thought it was going to work, and I was free as a jaybird.
Well, that lie cost me like $90.
Oh damn!
But outside of that,
no.
It's fine.
I'm just saying,
right,
man.
So we're not gonna end on that note because no.
Yeah, no, not at all. Please no.
All right, everybody, y'all know what time it is. It's time for Am I the Asshole?
Okay. You need music, goddammit.
I know. All right, this first one. Am I the asshole for not wanting to take care of my mother? The reason that I picked this one is because it has a not safe for work tag. I can't imagine what could possibly, but anyway, my mother has an upcoming surgery on her right wrist and wants me to take care of her after the surgery. As her daughter, 19, she expects me to wash her, wipe her bottom after going to the toilet, and probably more.
What's the surgery again?
Her wrist.
Hear me clearly. That's my mom. So in the case with abs, I'm going to do it. I don't give a fuck. Her wrist, though? All right, yo. All right.
One wrist?
All right.
Bye,
you have a whole other. You got a whole other arm.
You got a whole other arm.
All right.
I know you got the little monkey feet that can grab shit.
Shut up. I told her that I was very uncomfortable with that, and that she could hire someone to do that or ask her husband. Nigga.
She got a husband.
Stop. Let me finish. Or ask her husband for help. After I told her that, she got visibly upset because as her daughter, it is expected for me to take care of her. I am slightly annoyed that just because I'm of the female gender, I'm expected to be her caretaker. I didn't mean to hurt her, but what she wanted from me crossed my boundaries. Am I the asshole? Edit.
There we go with boundaries again.
Edit. To clear up some misconceptions, my mom has a healthy and functioning left arm. Yeah. Thanks for everyone recommending a bidet. I didn't know that these existed. I'll definitely recommend that to her. After that conversation, we didn't really talk to each other yet. I just hope she won't bring anything up again. My father is healthy and will probably help her after her surgery. He would just prefer if I did it because I am the daughter. And of course, I'll help her with getting dressed up, cooking, or cleaning the house. It's just washing and wiping her genitalia that I don't feel comfortable with. Nigga, no, you're not. What?
Let me,
not like this.
As a woman,
no.
Let me think about this. No. No, because okay, I was trying to see it like, okay, my mom has surgery and she needs help. Okay. And here's the thing, me and my mom are like this. Like we're super close. But what do you have a husband for at that point? Now, if my mother was single,
that's different.
That's different.
But your husband, you shouldn't have married him if you wasn't comfortable with half of that.
For better or for worse,
right?
You motherfucker. Listen. But again, I must stress. It was her wrist. Look.
You're not getting over this bad wrist.
Listen.
I mean,
I can foresee a situation, a certain illness, certain injury that my mom could have that would require me to do that. And I'm going to be uncomfortable and I'm still going to fucking do it.
Right.
That's mom's, right? Yeah. It's her wrist and she got a whole husband over there.
Yo, let me read these two comments. Let me read these two comments. First person says, Jesus, I broke my arm at 61 and I did everything myself. I got a pump shampoo to make it easier. I did track pants and tees so I didn't have to do buttons or zips. Basically, didn't need any help at all. And the last thing I'd ever ask my kid is to wipe my ass. Sounds more like an excuse to be waited on all day. Let her hubby wash her and wipe her.
Why would
you help with meals?
Be uncomfortable with that, though.
You help with meals or making tea or whatever and keeping the house clean. That's more than enough. Somebody else says, ditto. I broke my wrist this year. Wiped my own ass, thank you very much. Bought cover for my cast, showered solo, wore leggings and t-shirts or tank tops so I didn't have buttons or zippers, made my own food, washed my own dishes. I survived. Mom isn't helpless. She can handle most stuff with minor accommodations. Not the asshole.
Yeah, and let's get this straight. I'll do anything for my mother. I don't care. I'll do whatever she needs. But my mother wouldn't ask me to do that when she has a husband.
It's a whole guy
in the event
over there who had fun making you.
By the way. Right, because that is her father. God damn, it happens every single time around this time.
So but 3 hours is the mark.
It's about, No, sometimes it happens a little bit before, sometimes it happens a little after, but every time this time, that shit happens. Literally, every single same time. But like Tim said, not only is that her husband, that's her father too.
Right.
Like, what do you mean? Listen,
you'd have been way more up close and personal. Just go ahead and do it.
In the event that my mom has a husband, which she does.
Yes, she does.
Or let's say I had other siblings and maybe because I'm getting away from this because this is a clear-cut answer. Maybe I have other siblings and they happen to live with her or whatever the case, and I don't live with her. If that request comes across my desk, I'm going to stamp it, find someone else to do it. Because what do you mean? This one motherfucker is married with you, married to you, and this other motherfucker you are supporting.
Yeah.
Get one of these.
Yeah.
All right. Next one.
And then I'm gonna be mad. I'm gonna be mad that that she feel like she gotta come to me and can't come to me, I'm gonna be mad.
Oh, absolutely, 100%. All right, next one. Am I the asshole for charging my boyfriend for baked goods after he charged me for a haircut? All right, so two men in a relationship for 7 months.
Okay.
So I work in IT. He's a barber. The other day, I wanted to go get a haircut, but didn't want to go downtown to do it. So he recommended that he cut my hair for me at home.
Didn't he
the haircut was fine. I don't really ask for anything crazy, just a standard male haircut. After we were done, though, he asked me if I liked it. I said yes. And then he said, you can just PayPal me the money. No need to go get your wallet. I at first thought he was joking and laughed it off, but he didn't seem to understand why. And I just transferred him the 20 euros he asked for. Kind of normal price for where I live. Would have been much more at a salon he works at. Okay. Oh, and I cleaned up because it was my hair. Now, something that has been happening between us is that he sends me Instagram reels or TikToks with baked goods and asks me if I can make them for him. I am no professional baker, but I do bake as a hobby and have made wedding birthday cakes for friends and family. And if it's an order, I usually just ask for the ingredients. Most of the time I can make the ones he sends me, maybe not as presentable, but mostly the same. A few days ago, he, once again, sent me a TikTok with some chocolate eclairs and asked me if I can make them and told him between the ingredients and my time, you'd be better off buying some at the bakery. He didn't understand at first, but eventually he did, and he didn't take it too well. He called me petty and said that this isn't my job, just a hobby. Some of our common friends agree with him, saying I am being cheap and petty, but some agreed with me that if he wants to charge me, he shouldn't expect me not to. So, am I the asshole for charging my boyfriend?
No, and your friends are bugging. You said boyfriend. Y'all in a relationship. I cut my mother-in-law's hair all the time. I don't ask her for a fucking dime. Fuck out of here. Fuck out of here. That's for nothing. Like, y'all in a relationship. I'm trying to figure this out, B. My stepdad. He could fix cars. He could remodel homes. He could do plumbing. So when he did all of that shit, he did it, and people paid him to do it. Mm-hmm. So when he does it for my mom, so he fixed her car, he got to charge her. Oh, my head hurts. My head hurts. Like, why are y'all together? Like, right.
It don't sound like a good relationship, first of all. But the only way that I can agree with his boyfriend charging him for cutting his hair is if he went into the shop and there was an issue, because if you're coming into a person's shop or place, there can be a lot of problems if you don't charge a person. Sure. I would say do it at home. Yeah. Like, if that's the only reason he charged him and he got it on record or something, like, it was something like that, I'd send the money back when I got back or something. Yeah. But that's the only, I was like trying to think, like, why would he have charged him?
And you taking up space on the chair and it's people that's
right.
You know
what I'm saying? I would have been like, I'll cut your hair, or he would have said, hey, can I stop by and get my hair cut? I'll cut it tonight when we get home.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
And that would have solved that whole situation.
But no, they were at the house. It was at the crib.
Yeah. I don't. So what are y'all doing? Some of these people are they should not be in relationships.
Right. All right, James, I'm gonna need you to look at my computer, right? And then
they go, look, I do this for a living. So like, bro. and I want them Geek Squad prices.
Right. Like, I couldn't imagine myself. Like,
really,
y'all, I don't know if we talked about this on the show. I have spent hours and hours helping Adequate.
Yes, he has.
With computer issues.
Yes, he has. Yes, he has.
I'm not fucking charging. What? What are we talking about here? I'm so confused. Like,
yo, I was
let me
thinking
be
that too. I was thinking, I'm hard pressed to ask my friends.
Nigga.
Like, what the fuck are you talking? What?
Like, don't get me wrong.
If they offer, I'll pay for your time.
Nigga, there are times
All right.
where if somebody offers, I'll be like, all right, cool. But even then, there are times when I'll be like, no, don't worry about it.
Discord know what the fuck I'm talking about.
Facts.
You know what the fuck I'm talking about.
Facts. Like,
overpricing bastards.
What are you talking? And then, because when I was reading it before I got to that part, when he mentioned the baked goods, I was like, all right, I'll play devil's advocate. All right, that's not your job. But once he said that he does for birthday parties and weddings
and all that,
no, that's your job. Like, it ain't your main job.
But your nigga, you be working.
Bruh. and the people pay for the fucking ingredients because you don't want to charge them. Cool. Fuck yeah, you gonna pay for these ingredients after you fucking charge me to cut my hair?
Yes, sir.
Right.
Yes, sir.
Fuck you mean?
I would strongly suggest a couple of things for old boy.
They break up.
One, get the fuck away from him. Two, never speak to those people that call you their friend. Never speak to them again, right? Because they on some horseplay. That's some horseplay. Nah.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
Yes.
Someone says, not the asshole, and dump him immediately. He has issues with bonding and money. Someone responds to that and says, while I agree that this person is not the asshole, this is bad advice.
Is it?
What? Why?
Is it?
Someone said, how is dumping him a bad idea? The person says, this seems like an issue that can be worked on. You don't need to go scorched earth without even addressing the issue.
So this is my issue with what he's saying. There are some things that absolutely can be talked through. And he charged you money for a haircut.
So
at home.
The response to them was, I don't know if you're literally charging your partner for a haircut. You'd be better off single because that's insane.
It's insane.
Right. This person's rationalization was that is a 7-month relationship. You talk out issues like this, and if you don't agree, then you decide what to do next. And don't get me wrong, OP's boyfriend is an idiot, but some of you are way too extreme, and that's a bad character trait and a red flag.
He said 7 months. I'm laughing at 15. I'm laughing at 15 years, yo. 7 months. I'm laughing at 15 years. 7 months ain't that, bruh. 7 months is not as long. I get it though. Maybe it's a age difference.
No. You're misunderstanding. I see what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
What he's saying is it's only been 7 months.
Oh,
he's saying it's only been 7.
Oh, that's red flag. Yeah, it's not red flag.
Yeah.
No, stop. What he's saying is since it's only been 7 months, maybe you shouldn't have this expectation. No.
If we put a title on this and we said we're a couple, then we don't. No. Listen. The moment, really, to be honest with you, when you messing with somebody and y'all really feeling each other and you know this is the thing, y'all don't just start feeling each other when you put the title on it. Y'all started feeling each other before that, right? And y'all came to the conclusion, yeah, we need to make this a thing, right? So you're not giving me some little, it was just 7. It was only a couple for 7. They're a couple.
Right.
I don't give a fuck. A month, 2 months, they're a couple. Fuck out of here.
I wish I would.
What?
The fuck is, bro? Yo, if I
gotta pay for them fucking cupcakes, nigga. Pay for that shit. You gotta pay for that shit.
What is going on?
I know what's going on, because people, man, people. That's your answer.
Oh, well, sure.
People.
Yeah, you know what?
People.
You know what? My bad. I apologize for my You're absolutely correct. All right, let me see if I see another ridiculous one. Okay. Won big at the races, and now my mate wants all my money. telling a friend I'm not a backup plan, letting my 5-year-old make her own mistakes, teaching my brother a lesson, not taking in my in-laws and not helping them with medical bills, and telling my brother he is useless if he is not in a hospital.
What?
I don't understand the last one, but which one?
Dealer's choice.
God damn it. All right, I'm going to ask last one. I'm going to asshole for not taking in my in-laws and not helping them with medical bills. The person specifies that this is a throwaway account. Says, I, 24-year-old male, do pretty well for myself. I have my own place, a stable, boring job that doesn't require much of my attention and pays well while I work from home. I have plenty of hobbies. I buy nice clothes. Just in general, I have a pretty comfortable life. My fiance, 26-year-old female, moved in when we got engaged about 2 years ago. Point of order. Point of order. Why the fuck are y'all still engaged for 2 years?
Because they don't actually want to get married.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. Important context is that everything is in my name, and she doesn't pay rent, only bills specific to her, like buying the things she likes to eat with her own money and helps with some of the utility bills. About 10 months back, my father-in-law, 56, was okay. I'm sorry. I got to stop again. That's why a lot of these niggas want to pay all your bills so they can say and do whatever the fuck they want when it comes to. All right, my bad.
No, I've been saying that too. I'm like, these niggas are trying to disguise it with this is the rule of traditional man. Nah, B. Yeah. There's a B side to that, and they're going to pull the trigger on that at their earliest convenience. Believe that.
About 10 months back, my father-in-law, 56, was diagnosed with a pretty curable case of lung cancer. Since he had an early-ish diagnosis, but my in-laws don't have the best financial condition, and these months of medical bills and other expenses might see them homeless, and my father-in-law without money to stay on his treatment. My in-laws have always treated me like shit, and we're always openly against my relationship to their daughter, to the point where they explicitly would tell her not to bring me to family gatherings, and they would invite her ex. Things of this nature. And yes, she had my back, and she stopped attending those family gatherings, but she still loves her family. Father with his treatment, to which I said no without thinking twice. She asked if I can't think on it for a few days, and I replied, if I think on it for a few days, I'll only be more sure of my already obvious conclusion. They're not setting foot in here, and I don't care what happens to either of them. She replied, saying something along the lines of us having the income to spare, and that is true, but around 70% of it is my income, not hers. And space, also true. And asked me if my hobbies and spending money on myself, that kind of annoyed me since I spend a lot of money on us, not just me. Okay, although, I have a few hobbies.
My hobbies mean more to me than your
I mean, although, I have a few hobbies I spend on, was really more important than her family, to which I simply said, yeah, it is. Now, my fiance did not blow up at me or anything. She's not one for conflict. But she called me an asshole and has been staying last couple of days over at her parents. Still calls me before bed every night, but is still clearly pissed at me. Yeah. Very, very pissed. Am I the asshole?
Listen, it's a couple of things. It's one thing if we just our personalities did not click. So we're not really all that cool. Right. This is a case where they are actively giving him their ass to kiss. Actively doing that.
Right. Disrespectful.
And that's the difference. That's the difference. It's one thing I said, look, people have personality conflicts all the time. maybe they don't think that she should be with, but whatever, and that's fine. But as long as they're respectful, but it's recognized on both ends that we don't really rock with each other like that. They haven't done nothing to actively show me the disdain. It's just something we feel. It's that what's that shit Star-Lord said? It's that unspoken thing. Right? You know what I'm saying? But this is different. You don't want to invite me to, first of all, I'm pretty sure he doesn't want to go because he doesn't feel comfortable. But then on top of that, you didn't invite her ex over. Why? Because you expecting that some sparks might fly again because this is the motherfucker you liked and I'm the one that you didn't, and you would prefer to see her with him. So you think by having him come over there and get all comfy and all familiar and y'all doting over him, that somehow in her head she'll start to think, maybe I made a mistake. You are actively trying to fuck me. And then if that happens, not saying it would, but if that happens, now I'm dealing with the emotional ramifications that come with that shit. No, no, hell no. I ain't spending my hobbies mean more to me than y'all. I don't care if I'm playing hacky sack or it don't cost, that means more to me than y'all, right? Y'all no. So I guess you're going now. There's ramifications with that though, because
absolutely
you saying no to her peoples, she's gonna feel away, and she's well within her right to say, you know what, that's my plan.
Right.
I'm gonna ride with. I gotta ride with. She's within her right to say that, but she should also be kind of pissed at that because they
putting her in this situation.
Knowing how they treat, and she's at those cookouts or whatever with the ex. She sees them. She should have said to them, "Stop asking this nigga to come over here."
No, she just stopped going.
So she stopped going too?
Yeah, she just stopped going.
Okay.
Yeah.
I respect
All
that.
right, see, here's my thing. There are a couple things I wish he would not have done.
Oh, shit.
I think he took it a little bit too far.
Okay.
I think the decision to say no, absolutely. I'm
Right,
with you.
right.
I'm 10 toes with you on that.
Right.
Because they on some fuck shit.
Right.
Everything in this damn thing after the initial no, I think that you're rubbing it in a bit.
He did.
And I feel like that is going to potentially lead to more problems for you.
It is. And you know what? I'm sure he did it because it made him feel good. I'm sure he did it because he was like, oh, now you need something from me.
Right.
The one that you don't fuck with. Yep. The one that you rather have this other motherfucker come over here and be where I'm at right now, right?
But what he needs to realize is he's not talking to them.
No, he's not.
Right.
He's
talking to his fiance.
Yeah. You're right. There's consequences for that shit.
There's consequences for that shit.
So you gotta be ready to deal with it.
First of all, this is not a marriage that seems like it's a good idea. They've been engaged for 2 years.
The hell you say?
He's still falling in his money. Like,
well, hold up. With the extra context, it may be possible that the parents are the reason that they haven't gotten married yet.
And in that case, let me tell.
I didn't realize that was an issue, but now, like, it's true enough to the point where it's become a stereotype that women want their father there and want him to give them away and all that other bullshit. So maybe she's thinking, I can slowly work on them. And that could be the reason.
Niggas over there.
No, see that? I'm not saying it makes sense.
Right.
I'm not saying that I think he's right.
And she's compromised. She's emotionally compromised.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. I hear what you're saying.
Make or break a relationship more than people realize.
You ain't lying.
Let me tell you, 25% of the reason I got a divorce was my in-laws. So I'm just saying. If your person not going to stand beside you, because I'm not about to sit here and fight over and over again about somebody that gave you away to get married. Like the point is, we married now.
Right.
Yeah.
Not going to red flag, throw it away.
I'm so weird in that neither one of y'all about to. I'm sorry. I'm not. I generally would not deign to tell my mother how to behave, right?
Mm-hmm.
Generally, that's not I gotta worry. My mother's the nicest person in the world. Like, if you, as long as you ain't on no bullshit.
Like I told people before, if my mama don't like you, you ain't shit.
Right.
Nigga.
100%.
Period. If my mama don't like you, you ain't shit.
If she dislikes you, if she
You ain't
just don't
shit.
care for the things you do,
Yeah, that's different. That's
cool.
different.
If she dislikes you,
like you,
nah,
you ain't shit.
And I'm gonna run away.
Facts. If my
bro,
this how one of the tests, the test that I knew that me and Yetta was like back in 2008. I knew we were going to be whatever because my mom loved her from day one.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And it's still the same.
Yeah.
She'll call her sometimes. You know, like if my mom don't fuck with you, and I didn't mess with plenty of women, and my mom like, nah. And I knew internally, this ain't going.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If she don't like, no.
Here's an extra layer. Not only if my mama don't like you, but if my mama don't like you enough to let me know.
I know, right?
Oh no, nigga.
Yeah.
You might be Beelzebub herself.
you might be Shaitan.
You gotta get away from that Jezebel.
You might be
Azazel. My mother is not like my mother's not confrontational. My mother's not like my mother has the same thing. I get it from her. Where like if I see some shit that ain't necessarily right, but if you are aware of it and you're dealing with it,
why should I be mad?
I'm gonna rock with you.
Yeah,
I'm gonna rock with you. I'm after you get over the negative that's gonna happen from it, I'm gonna hit you with
the devil.
But
devil.
After the other foot drops and then you get over it, I'm gonna hit you with an I informed you thusly. But in the meantime, I'm rocking it. You like it, I love it. I get that from my mother.
Yeah.
If my mother decides, hey, let me talk to you real quick. Really, Ma?
On some LA night shit. Let me talk to you.
If she pulled me aside with that.
Yeah, that's the other thing too.
Listen.
If my mom has to pull me aside to talk to me about your behavior and your bullshit that she's not feeling, this ain't gonna work. Now, my mom has never had to do that, but I've always sensed.
That's what I'm.
You know what I'm saying? It was the sense of my mom ain't fucking with her.
Right.
So now
I know how my mother behaves.
Yeah, I know how my it's been a couple of women that my mom like she loved. It's been a lot of them she did not, right? And I could tell the difference. I could tell how she responds to them and all that. I could tell. Mm-hmm. And some of them same women, and this is what I mean by the in this particular situation, the parents inviting the ex over, you violating. There are exes that I had that my mom loves. She still loves me to this day. When Wanda popped up at my brother's funeral, she would never,
right?
And the rock means ever invite her to some thing that we have now that know that I'm gonna have my wife. Don't get me wrong, my wife and Wanda hug too. They didn't know each other the first time they met each other, but that's adult shit. Right. That's adult shit right there. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, no. My mom don't like you. This ain't gonna work.
Right. If I go see my mother and she don't ask about you,
yeah, right. Bro, every time I call my mom, she asks, "How's Yetta doing? How's Yo, listen, and that's also incumbent on the fact that I have a great mom. Right. My mom, like it's different if your mom's a piece of shit. You know your mom's a piece of shit. Right. You gotta take that with a grain of salt, right? I have a great mom. As a kid, like yes, it would be great if we had more fucking money. That would have been dope. But all the things that matter for what a mom's is supposed to be to her kids, she was, and that's why I don't deal with no slander of her from anybody who knew us back then Nah, B, family members or not, you can't say no. Y'all can't talk shit about my mother. No, maybe some of these other ones, sure, not mine. She would starve herself so we could eat when we was doing bad like that. Right. So I don't want to hit. I remember feeling like I feeling like complete shit around Christmas holiday because she was robbing Peter to pay Paul, and we had no Christmas tree yet. And I remember being with her, and she tried not to do it in front of me, but I saw her basically beg that salesman to give her that tree that was in the window. Right. Because she did not want to go home and not have a Christmas tree on Christmas. So fuck out of here. And she said, you ain't shit. You ain't shit. You ain't shit. I'm out. It might hurt me because maybe I don't see it. But at the very least, I'm going to be looking for the things that she saw.
Bruh.
You know what I'm saying?
That
is what it is.
That discernment. Nigga, that good judge of character. I get all that shit from my mother. So if my mom is like, oh
yeah. Damn it.
If she so much is let off of God damn,
yo, my homeboy Kedrick, his grandmother, if she go, that shit there, that's saying a lot by saying no words.
That's my famous saying, so I guess I'm gonna be like that later.
That's hilarious. Yo, that shit was so funny, right? That everybody in the crew would do that after some shit. Cause your grandmother say that shit, boy. That situation ain't right. My aunt used to do that shit too. My aunt Ann, she used to do that same shit. Because she was related to the former Raiders football player Willie Galt through her husband. All their last name is Galt and shit. They're related. There was a picture on Sports Illustrated with Willie. This is years ago, holding Jamie Lee Curtis, and I had the Sports Illustrated. And I said, "Look, Aunt Ann." Yo, she gave me the.
Yo, somebody's called him the asshole.
Wow.
You're the asshole, not because you aren't letting her parents stay, but because you are completely discounting her feelings and are unwilling to engage to help her. You aren't being a partner. So yeah, you are being an asshole of a fiance. That doesn't mean you need to consider bringing the in-laws into your home, but that's not the real problem. You just think it is because you can't see outside of yourself.
Oh, okay. Well.
Yeah, no, fuck all that.
That's nice.
Fuck all that. Ain't no way. Listen, now in this scenario that you gave to him, where like we just don't really rock.
Yes.
You're still not coming into my house, but I'll contribute. I'll contribute.
Right.
Absolutely.
Right.
So, because my house is my peace. If you about to come in here and disrupt my peace, that's
it. I'm not going. Look, I'm paying to stay here. I'm paying these bills, and I gotta come in here every day and feel uncomfortable. No
way.
No, it's not happening.
No way. Not
that shit not happening.
All right, so yeah.
But we want to thank everybody. We want to thank Chrissy for showing up today. It's always fun when Chrissy shows up.
I'll be back, I guess.
Yeah. And of course, we want to thank all of you once again for joining us on another rousing edition of Saturday Morning Cartoons, aka Black Culture Geeks. Do not forget, there's always music. There's music always. And you were informed thusly.
Absolutely. So here's the thing I just thought about when I was doing my notes for this week. August probably going to be a little heavy as far as content with the podcast and the weeks and stuff, because there's a lot going on in August.
Yeah, there's a lot going on.
So that change that I said was going to happen in August, push that to the second week of September.
Okay.
Because
got you.
Yeah.
Got you. Yeah. So noted. production note. So
Yeah.
know that there's no strike over here, by the way. They're striking over there with the SAG and all of that.
Yeah, no, we don't got nothing to do with that shit.
We gotta do that. But also do not forget to check out Chrissy's podcast. Heard it through the grapevine.
Yo, when
listen, you know it's a lot.
I knew he was gonna say that.
We have a lot going on, unfortunately.
Yes, absolutely.
They can go and subscribe to the channel in the meantime. You know what I'm saying?
Watch all of the other episodes.
Yeah, there you go.
Shenanigans that we put up.
Exactly. Also, do not forget to check out my man Jay the Nerd's channel. Do not forget to check out my man Adequate's social media for the new music or whatever. I think he put it up on Instagram, and I believe put it on TikTok too, if I'm not mistaken. The song that he did, well, the verse that he put up there. Don't forget to check out my man Super Side Guys, Metas, and Mutants. If you have not already, go and subscribe to the Majestic Comics YouTube channel. Consider becoming a Patreon and helping us continue to run this company. And what else am I missing? I always said the music.
Yeah.
If you haven't, go subscribe to the Multiverse Entertainment YouTube channel as well.
Yeah.
And I believe that is it. So for my man SPJ, for my sister Chrissy, I am Tombstone the Dead Man, and for the greater multi-world entertainment family, we are out.